You know, I gotta give it to Ruddy, the one and only face cam. Not even Corny has his on. There he is. Alright, we've got Loadout 1, we've got Blight Acrid, we've got Cran with us here today. Cran, what is your opinion on Blight Acrid?
Blight Acrid is part of the reason why I don't play this game as much anymore.
Really?
Yeah, I was doing randomized loadouts and got Blight, and man, I don't like it.
No? Okay, what if I gave you Frenzied, or not Frenzied Leap, what if I gave you Caustic Leap, at least? To kind of offset
Like,
the Blade. Do you like this loadout, then?
yeah, I think if I had, like, a band talk with it, yeah, I'd like it a lot more.
Yeah.
With Bite, Caustic Leap, you know, you can get a pretty good loadout going.
Yeah, we even we got various shades of purple on all of our racers, or I guess shades of blue-ish. I don't know if I told you this, but like every racer we assigned a specific color for the race for the cup. So we've got Ruddy and Violet. We've got TyLore and more of like an indigo, like a bluish purple, and then we got Big D with a navy blue. Right, so all these like darkish shades of purple and blue, and then in the bottom right, there's the one very different in the lime. We've got Corny. So, if you want to cheer for the most different looking of the bunch, there you go. And that is a bright green on Acrid. I wasn't expecting that.
Very lime. I think Tyler's about to start going fast. He's got 2 Wungus on stage 1.
Ooh, yeah, you could do that. At the same time, like, one of the things that we've heard, kind of the old philosophy on playing Blight Acrid, is you want to go slow and you just want to try and full loot the run and not die. And then it kind of became, you know, full loot fast and like, try and find an equipment, and if you find that win condition, just go, go, go. What I've heard from a lot of the people over at Risk of Resources is Acrid, like, you don't have to rely on poison to win and get a good run. If you just have a couple speed items at best, you can just go, 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 and be pretty okay-ish and get like a 30-some, close to 40 time on Acrid.
It's still crazy to me, because like doing Blight against Mithrix at 30 minutes feels like hell.
Yeah. I don't know how they do it. I want to see it happen though, right? And if there's anyone that we would see that strategy be done, right, it would be some of the newer racers that we've had around, like Ruddy and TyLore. Some new strategies that and new philosophies that we don't really see much in the. Oh my god! And speaking of philosophies, TyLore is gonna die. Doesn't get the kill off on the vagrant in time, and that's a death.
That's blue.
And I'm getting flashbacks of when I was going for my Acrid world records before the face up in the top left took it from me about 6 months ago. Congratulations on finding Head Stomper stage 1. You're welcome for the tech. But
oh, man.
Yeah, that so often you get a vagrant and you just gotta like go at it and go at it and go at it as fast as you can. XP levels are nice to have. If you start a TP fight and they're like XP level 2 or something and you're XP level 4, right, just from getting a few extra barrels, from doing a combat shrine. I know there's no combat shrines on this map. We're actually going to see a death down the bottom left now, as Big D has the same incident happen that TyLore had. Which racer will not have this happen? 2
like
deaths.
Just starting his vagrant fight.
I blame Bite.
I think Ruddy's going to get it. Ruddy's fine.
Yeah. Ruddy, no death. You know, the funny thing with Blight, or Bite specifically, right? Because this is supposed to be like the 2 minutes that Blight actually does something and helps out a little bit.
Yeah.
The thing with Bite, it's nice that it's regenerative. It's nice that it has Slayer on it. But when you're using Bite, it's taking your DPS away from your M1 spam.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't actually do that much more damage when you try to do this. If you do this with Spit, it almost always works. And I think what's happening is a lot of them are thinking of their times going super fast with Acrid. And just, you know, going ham on the vagrant, trying to make sure it dies as fast as possible. And then it's like, wait, why aren't they dying? What's going on here? And
I'm worried for
it's
Corny.
all that time, right? That they're not using the M1 because the bite's coming out.
Corny honestly doing the smart thing. He had disengaging when they missed the Molotov, not risking it, not risking the gloop.
Oh, here's a glue. Uh-oh. Oh, corny. Please don't tell me.
Oh no.
Dude.
Come on, you can do it.
Everyone here is going to feel like they're the only one that messed that up. And K is lucky not to be in here. Oh my gosh. I mean, like, if this was K, TyLore, Big D, nah, you know, I take that back. I feel like K would not die. K has learned very much since the Vagrant run, the Vagrant stream, the Vagrant incident of, what was that, March or April? Where he died like 3 different times to Vagrants. But this time, it's not one person dying 3 times, it's 3 people dying 1 time.
Yeah, we got the opposite. Yo, monster log.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be seeing a lot of that. Still there. What damage items do we see?
Seeing none. Crit on Ruddy and 1 focus crystal. I think that's it for stage 1.
Yeah, it's not a lot. No movement speed either, right? And at the very least, they have the caustic leap, so they can get around a little bit faster. But that's gonna be tough so far, as the Siphon Force, which usually gives like something really nice. The only nice thing that we can really see from this stage was, I would say, the longest for healing, because you're just gonna keep taking hits. So as long as you can maybe out heal, but even then, even with accurate, your regenerative property on this build, right, you're always just gonna be hitting things with your M1 anyway, with your bite anyway. So you're getting your health back regardless. You can kind of pull that off for a long time. I think it's gonna be good on the moon, good on stage 5. Assuming the healing doesn't come back.
This is kind of cope, but I think the Squall Up's actually going to be pretty high value here. Especially with all the pests on stage 2.
Well, what's that really going to do, right? I mean, you get a couple pests that you can take down. I think that's going to be nice, but you're not going to really have any uptime on that, right? There's no caffeinator. There's no equipment at all that we've seen, other than the Molotov. So dealing with the pests, you know, in a loadout like this, which is essentially full melee accurate, right? You don't even have the poison to last for 10 seconds. So your epidemics that you try to use to, like, snipe down... Big D just hosted. It's gonna be fine. Yeah. It's a block. And it wasn't even gonna be a lethal fall. Was it okay? Right, all these racers, this is gonna be a huge, like, testament to how good their mental is. Everyone except for Ruddy, anyway.
Yeah.
Right? Everyone who has 1 death. 2nd place is up for grabs. For Ruddy, it's about getting bonus points at this point, right? Depending on how well he performs. But for these racers, it's all, I just died, and they're all thinking that. And the more they think about their death, right, as corny types an awful start, right, is still just thinking about the death, right, is really letting it down. But there's a polyloot on stage 2 right next to TP that everyone's gonna get to, right? So they need to get to there, and they need to realize, oh wow, okay, this is huge.
Ooh,
and there's an ignition tank printer, and right next to that is a bunch of terrible green items, right? 3 chrono baubles on Big D. 2 on everyone else. That ignition tank printer, though? Ooh, you get 1 fire item. You get 1 gasoline. You are killing everything. You are flying to the moon. As for the Mithrix fight, maybe not so much. Oh, there's actually... Yeah. You were saying about corny, the caffeinator?
Oh, I didn't say caffeinator. I was talking about the plute. Big D has a plute.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, everyone's going to find that. But there's a caffeinator with the pop. So as you were talking about earlier with that kind of stuff going on, we've seen... that work in the past, kind of. Triple repulsion, by the way, on Big D. Look at that, $1,000 already, just from farming that one
money
Templar.
You know, Ruddy also went all into the Wap Puna there.
I think it's smart. If you have 2 pennies, right? How many pennies does Ruddy have? Oh, none.
Ruddy's got 1.
You don't have any movement speed. I don't hate it, right? It's survivability. You're just able to tank stuff, and actually a legitimate strategy with speedrunning accurate, if you like get to the moon fast enough, is you just tank the Chimera Wisp shots. As TyLore takes death number 2, gets sniped by the oil orbs. Oh man, did not print any. Did not print any repulsion armor plates. And is gonna have that death on hand. Now at 2. This is not the first loadout that anyone wants to go through. This is torture.
This run is going to destroy everyone's mental. Corny not taking the pennies and not putting the laps. Corny taking the APR instead.
Okay, we'll see how it goes. Right, you have fireworks. You have squid polyps, so you've got a little bit of a caffeinator build going for Corny. And there's polyplasma. As TyLore sees the plasma shrimp inside the TP bounds, everyone else is eventually going to get that when the coast is cleared. Things are looking a little more safe. And now for those deaths, right? Again, TyLore at 2 deaths. Big D at 1, Corny at 1. Big D, or Corny actually did not die, right? Because of that caffeinator, because of the squid polyps, you know, helping out. Made that TP fight a lot safer, right? It's not over yet, but 8 fireworks. I think, do the fireworks do as much damage as a DML? Just with a lower proc coefficient? I think they do. What is it, like 300% per firework? And you get 8 of them just with one alone. It's huge. It's a lot of damage. Like, right? If you don't have any proc items, like, who cares about the proc stuff from the TML? Caffeinator is you get a ton of damage from it. It costs a lot of money to cough up, and right for Corny not having any pennies, that's kind of actually sad. The only one to have found that caffeinator, and probably the only one to keep it. Right? Everyone else, I mean, maybe on the top screen as we see another polyloot coming out for Ruddy, having gotten an energy drink from an adaptive chest. Saw the ukulele on the loot island.
Ruddy is looking good. Got a hoof, got an energy drink, got 2 plutes and a plimp. He's looking pretty solid right now.
Big D has $3,600.
Holy shit.
3 pennies, 3 wraps. I'm just surprised we didn't see any looting from Big D on stage 2. Right, with all that money, it's often just so tempting to try and go into that, as TyLore accidentally pulls out an Old War stealth kit from the adaptive chest.
That got ahead a little bit.
Yeah. There's an energy drink in there that could have been. I believe Ruddy actually just went blue portal. Green items aren't the best. It wouldn't be hurt to check and see. Now, sadly, you don't have poison, so you can't just poison the newt and get out quickly. There was a Tesla. Ruddy paused.
Would you take Tesla here? I think I would.
You can't pause to time check. So I don't know if that's a pause trying to see like what to think about.
This looks like a thinking pause, at least unless they're sending a message. He wants me to ask you if Fields is okay.
Oh yeah, you can do Fields.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, Fields is legit. It was we actually just had in this patch, we made it so that Void Fields is seated separately.
That's actually really hype. I love that.
Yeah, this was a specific patch for the hosting league since we have it allowed. I don't know if that's the case in resources, but that's what we have here. That was included in the patch, and Ruddy's actually going to go to Void Fields.
Honestly, I'm kind of excited to see how this goes, because it could pay
Ruddy
off.
in first place has Polyplasma, and you know what the idea is. You've got 4 repulsion armor plates. Oh wait, no, it's not the old Fields, but you have Wungus. So you heal infinite. Like, this is perfect Fields opportunity. You can just try and see if there's like a safer spaces. Oh, there is pennies. There is pennies on Ruddy. So you can just penny farm, gets the mushrooms.
This is actually optimal.
Oh my god.
Pennies, Wungus, wraps.
Well, we'll see.
Mushrooms.
I mean, if this proves to be good, it's going to be amazing, right? All the extra loot that Ruddy has access to here is insane, right? All the extra looting that could be done. I think if you're Ruddy, you want to look for movement speed, you want to look for equipment. There's a lot of equipment that can appear here. Right? I believe you can get equipment tri-shops. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, there's only a radar, which isn't exactly...
Corny, not looking too good on health. A little close to death there.
Yeah. There's a watch. Solar syringe printer, there's a large chest. We see a pennies printer. If you really want that, and Ruddy gets the field cell back as well. Okay, insane play. The only other time we really saw Void Fields was when Karn threw a run. And like inted 50 times. In the Void Fields, and I believe it was
Jaro's bands on Big D with 8k gold.
Yeah, that's over $8,000. Done with the TP. Able to full loot this stage as much as you want. Ruddy got 2 watches. Now, none of the other racers have any watches. In terms of DPS, right, going to be doing everything 40% faster.
Oh, yeah.
But is the furthest behind? Right, suddenly, if that play doesn't prove to be fruitful, we could see a time loss and maybe a denial of bonus points if one of these other racers, specifically Big D or Corny, can pull this off without dying and finishing in front.
I think worst case scenario for Ruddy here is missing either of the 2 bands on this stage.
Yeah, I mean, your bands are going to do a lot of damage, I think. You get 1 from the TP, though. Kajaro's band specifically is pretty good, right? Acrid, the only band proc, though,
There's a gas on the stage.
is a third swipe of an M1. Stage 4, by the way, Siren's Call, there is a Rose Buckler printer on spawn. So if any racers have any green scrap that they want to give up, they can have a little more armor. On top of the 5,000 repulsion armor plates that we have. Just go all in.
For those that printed ignition tanks, stage 3 had a gas on it, which is pretty exciting.
Big D just bull rugged.
Oh no.
The natural spawn Megaworm. So that could be kind of terrifying. I'm not sure how much needle tick damage. I think their base damage is actually pretty low.
It's
so
going
it
to
might
do
not be
about
the end
a
of the
quarter of
world.
his HP each time. It's going to do about a quarter. If I remember correctly, they should be doing about a quarter of his health per proc.
Okay. I don't think it's good. It's really hard to get hit by those. Honestly, magma worms, they're kind of a joke.
Ooh.
The main
Vagrants
problem
again.
is always just, I mean, it has more health back, and it can spike you, right? That's always the #1 concern, is getting spiked by those things.
Insta-death.
Oh god, we see vagrants again. The return of the vagrants. Will we see any more vagrant deaths? Maybe. Big D going for the vagrant kill down bottom left. Has cover this time? There we go. Does not die. That was a really tough vagrant spot on stage 1 that they had. Oh my god, this razor wire. Okay, so what you do here, and call me a, laugh at me all you want. Print a couple repulsion or rose bucklers, and then just go to the moon, and you'll win.
Honestly, I see it. I see the vision. Phase 2 will be easy.
Phase 2,
well,
I mean,
with all
Phase
the
2
damage
solution's
reduction.
huge. Now, obviously, there's other concerns. Is blight. If this was poison, I would definitely say that. Maybe not as much. I take that back a little bit. That was a legit strat. It was really, really good. It's not going to be as good, though. Not going to be nearly as good with blight act.
Did you see any Abu skip attempts yet?
I don't see shuriken. I don't see any equipment. Can you do it with fireworks? Oh, triple needle tick. Yeah, it does nothing. Do you see that? That was 3 needle tick damage on Big D.
Wow.
And it did 100
Yeah, that damage reduction. It did about, like, what?
Well,
like
the damage reduction is barely anything. There was no opal open. It only reduced by 15 health. Worms just do nothing, right? We're only at 22 minutes. Or 16, 17 minutes. I don't know why. They just do no damage. Like, even if you get hit by a worm, like...
I guess it's because the fireballs do, like, 300%, right?
Or something like that. I just know I treat the worms like they're nothing because they are nothing. And then I get killed by fall damage as a result of that. But, that's besides the point.
We got beads on Big D. They might have seen a cleansing pool somewhere. I'm going to keep my eye out, see if there is one.
They do despawn at the end of the stage. I think it's a smart thing just to do it. As the safer spaces, there's safer spaces, and it's on the ledge there in that void cradle that all the racers are going to encounter, all the racers are going to get. Safer spaces means you're a lot safer, and you can just go berserk on mithrix. Phase 1 phaser, that's what you need. In terms of movement speed, right? We see 2 energy drinks. We see 1 goat hoof on Ruddy. Ruddy did get that extra speed item in the void field. Also got 2 watches in the void fields. Big D's really passing up, not really too much. Saw a crit glass, saw a watch.
Will-O-Wisp in there?
And a Will-O-Wisp, but
Ignition
nah,
tank.
Will-O-Wisp isn't going to do much for you. You got a gaslight and double ignition. I guess the only thing you can get from that is, like, if you kill something, and then you hit something else.
There was a
can
cap in there.
proc.
Might have been bad.
Oh, there's ATG. ATG in a small chest right above there.
Ooh.
And Big D has
That's
another
exciting.
chance, sees crit, sees watch, and passes up on them. Is probably just looking for movement speed. There was the movement speed. Okay, it's just looking for something giga good. ATG. Oh my god, there's head stoppers. There was head stoppers.
Oh.
Oh, you gotta pass up a
changes
lot of
things.
stuff to get to that though. And Big D
They
knows.
missed the headset, but
Big D knows. 1 item off. 1 item away. Went for the
Now this
gamble
begs
to
the
try and find
question.
something great. Didn't get it.
this begs the question, though: who's gonna find the headset?
I don't think anyone will. I think there's just a lot of normal damage options. I think for Ruddy, it's just going to be like, okay, I'm at 3 watches, but what if I'm at 3 watches and a crit glass? I think Ruddy's going to take the crit.
watches and enough at ATG.
Yeah, or the ATG, or the, Watch, ATG, crit. All really good items just to increase your DPS. See another equipment.
Corny's making me so nervous on this stage.
Come on, Ruddy, you know you want to take the radar. It's really good. You can see every item around. Oh, yeah. Not even going to take it. The only person that could take it now is Corny. If Corny gets his head stomper, this is something that could, I would say, even be potential for first place.
Could save him a lot of time.
There's
it's
a recycler.
Pillar skip. It's high damage. I think Corny's got the APR. He has 2 APR, actually.
Wow. What was the blue portal from Ruddy? There was nothing good in there.
Tesla. It was T-Coil. Oh, this time. Let me see. I missed it just now.
Okay. Did anyone else see it? What was in there? Alien head? Okay. Because Tesla was the first one. So 2 portals deep, right? It's blind acrid. Just trying to play it safe, trying to play it smart. Yeah, no one's going to get that head stompers. Imagine you're bigdywigdy. You see head stompers, you have a death on stage 1, and you think everyone else probably has stompers, no deaths, and are going to finish at sub 30 minutes.
It's got to be rough. The mental's got to be in like a pretty bad place right now. Honestly, though, huge. Oh, Blazing Parent, Horde of Many boss. That's
okay.
Unfortunate.
So people are going to die here if they don't get the if they don't get it. Just go to the artifact portal, let them host. That's my personal thing that I would do.
The grandparent. Oh, that was really dangerous.
Oh wait, you know what? If you have a bunch of armor from your repulsion armor plates, right, you take 20 less damage, and it's only XP level 20, so actually not that bad. And we just see Ruddy with 3 watches, right, 3 ignition tanks and a gasoline, just absolutely annihilate them with that and with the poly loot and razor wire. Right, razor wire does what, 360% damage per hit. Yeah, we see it now on Big D as well. Big D's learning how powerful razor wire can be on Acrid with all this armor. Right, a little less resistance this time around, but is getting the job done. So that's gonna leave
hosting the parents right now.
Okay, that's gonna leave TyLore and Corny to be in a little bit of a sticky situation without having any of that armor. Right, Corny did get 1 rose buckler, but that's it.
This is Corny has 3 Vice 8 cells. Huge, actually.
It's not too bad. You're getting more. I mean, there's not really good equipment that we've seen so far, and with regards to proc chains, right? You can at least proc a little bit more of that polyloot, a little bit more of that plasma shrimp.
Looks like Corny did miss the ATG last stage, sadly.
Yeah, and that small chest, nobody except for Big D actually went over there to that corner of the map. No one else looted over there. They just immediately left. Right, because in a huge sense, this run is just, speed run at this point.
Yeah.
Just go.
It's like being
if I had a run,
a pretty solid run.
If I had this run and I was using Poison Acrid, oh my god. I mean, it's a speedrun seed right here. You can, hypothetically, if you knew where everything was, there's head stompers, you get polyloot, and you get plasma shrimp inside a TP bounce.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Crazy.
Like, for a blight Acrid run, oh my god, Corny takes a death.
Oof.
That was really tough. And the problem with remote caffeinators, you have to run to the caffeinator if you want to heal up. Corny was getting low, was like, uh-oh, this ain't good. I gotta run away. I gotta heal up. There's a recycler and a gun, by the way, that Big D's going for. But needs to wait. That's gonna be a 1.5-minute time sink. But there's an energy drink printer, so that gives Big D a task to do while waiting for that.
Buddy's on the moon.
Oh yeah, already done. Just immediately left. Has Molotov as his choice equipment for the day.
Was there anything better this run? There was caffeinators. There was 2 radars that we saw.
I think it was 3 radars, or something like that.
3 radars.
There's way too many of them. We see both TyLore and Big D going for speed. I think it's smart. Uses the gun. Is gonna have a planula. I almost wonder if you just keep the planula.
Honestly, with as much damage reduction as they do, I think I would, just to like eat hits in phase 2 and 3.
It's a 1-minute time sink to just wait for the recycle. So I guess like if you're gonna keep looting around and stuff, sure, go for the recycle.
What do you want to get? Like Disciple here, honestly, would be pretty good.
Yeah. We just again gotta think back to how Ruddy went to Void Fields. Got 2 watches. There's a 57-leaf clover. Excuse me?
Ooh. There's an afterburner too.
I think you go for that clover. I mean, what green items that are good that you're gonna give? Oh, the razor wire. You don't lose that.
Honestly, even if he loses the band, I think the clover is just higher value with Flint Blue. Like,
yeah, I mean, you only lose 4 items. I think the razor wire is a lot of loss that you end up having. Even the okay, lost the chrono bobble. I don't think you really lose much there, but still with a fire band, still with the razor wire, still with a red whip even. Right, that was a huge value, huge setup. And now Ruddy is going to be going all the way up to the Mithrix Arena on commencement first, deathless.
Ruddy missed the spaces.
Oh, that's a good point. Who got it? Everyone.
Everyone
but Ruddy. So the most death prone, probably. 5 repulsion, accurate with a natural 20 armor at 25 minutes. Yeah, there's at least enough. I think it's not the biggest deal. I do hate how if you don't have safer spaces, if you get hit, sure you've got opal, that's cool and all, but you still get knocked around, right? So, and what Safer Spaces does is it makes your phase 1. You could just be on top of Mithrix, you get hit, and also what? Like you could still just continue to keep hitting him, and you just have 15 seconds.
Also, we see a man on Big D is what we rolled into.
Okay.
Ended up taking up a Myad N. Honestly, I don't hate it. It's slow. Wicks towards the death mark. Can they block death mark? I don't think so, huh? Chronobobble, Blight. Man.
Fire damage from the Molotov.
They don't have the Molotov. They have a recycler.
Oh.
Looks like they're gonna take the clover as well as they're checking the soups.
Yeah, they're looking through. They're looking for there was that clover. And there it is. Oh my god, look at the damage. Do you see that damage?
Oh my god.
Okay, you can't tell me that was from the Molotov, right?
It had to have been a mix of like ignition tank, Molotov with Clint Blue just nailing into Mithrix there.
I guess so. Yeah, look at that. Okay.
Because Pyro also has a proc coefficient, right? Just very low.
Yeah. And okay, I'm freaking out. I'm over not actually all that much damage, right? You got to keep in mind, yeah, there's a clover. We got to keep in mind all the other items. And it's still a 45-second cooldown. It's not that much for what it was. So I'll kind of back up a little bit.
Looks amazing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, we could just use this as propaganda for the Molotov, right? Molotov's a great item. Yeah. See, look at this run where Ruddy had a Molotov, and you can actually see the health bar go down a little bit.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, I have a soft spot for Molotov because it won me my my Captain E8 win, my first ever one.
Really?
Yeah, I have a soft spot for it. I had like 17 ignition tanks or something. Just Molotov was my only fire damage. It was so cursed.
Jeez. And you know what's crazy here is, of all the racers, who's gonna get in second place? Right? It looks like Ruddy's gonna get a bonus point, unless Big D finishes before. Right, because of that one death there. But it's Big D who's looking to be in second place right now, right? Corny and TyLore both have a death. Right, TyLore might be on phase 2, right? A little bit ahead in that aspect, in that regard.
But I think TyLore's doing enough damage that it's going to be close for second, actually, looking at the damage output.
I don't know. It's 5 minutes, right? You got to keep that in mind. And once the damage... Who has the clover and who doesn't? Right? As long as Big D's getting those hits in, right, there's no equipment. We don't see any equipment on Big D like we do on TyLore. TyLore, who has a gasoline with 2 ignition tank on the FMP, right, able to get a little bit of value from there. Do we see any Will-O-Wisp? No.
No Will-O-Wisp, but they do have a fuel cell, which is high value here.
Jeez. So, okay, FMP's not doing that much. I dare I say, I think we actually might see a tiny bit more value from the Molotov. And then we got Corny down at the bottom right. What's Corny's build? What's unique? Lysate. I think that's it. So,
and Rejuvenation Rack.
Oh, you know what? It's the fireworks, right? Does Corny still have Caffeinator?
Corny has
Oh no,
I think
it's
that's a Cafe on cooldown. Is that
I think it's a
Gopis?
Gopis. Yeah. So we're not even going to be seeing fireworks from there. There's no drones on Big D, so phase 2 might be a little tough, but with 4 repulsion armor plates, I actually doubt that.
Oh, I'm sure that phase 2 is going to be fine. It might just take a little
Yeah,
time.
30 minutes.
But
Do you see the health bar going down at all? It's
no,
not.
I see.
It's not.
I see no movement.
There's the plasma trip's even keeping up time, and you like purposely want to get shot. Yeah, Big D knows too. Okay.
Yeah.
It's one of these setups. You kind of want to like
Big
keep
D's
the
got
wisps
this.
alive, so you can just take down the golems faster.
I don't think Big D's got the Razor Wire anymore. I think they lost it to Clovis Soup.
Oh yeah, that's sad. Well, at least you can just kill everything, and you don't even have to worry about sprinting. The only thing that can hurt you is golem shots. Ruddy, the only one in phase 3, right? Started the fight a little bit earlier, but again, no deaths. Had an additional 2 watches from the other racers that were picked up in void fields of all places. Right, so we see this void fields play. 3 Wungus, 3 Wraps. There's mushrooms, so you can just stand on the mushroom guts. The spores,
Rack
I'm
up
sorry.
infinite money, pretty much, and get whatever you want from Fields.
And right,
God, Ruddy doesn't even know how good of a play that was. He already had 5
it
minutes
wasn't
ahead,
even that
too.
good though, right? It could have been so much better, right? There's times where we see tons of equipments in void fields. We see tons of printers in void fields, tons of try shops that can give things like speed or crit or AP rounds. I mean, 2 watches and like 1 hoof was pretty much all that it was.
Yeah, but like this is a run where he could afford to take the gamble. He doesn't know he could afford to take the gamble, but this was, if there was ever a run to do that, it was this one. But everyone else died stage 1. He was already looking pretty good on time.
Yeah, and Ruddy finishing off, getting the phase 4 skip style points with the void fields play, and going to be able to finish off first in real time. What a confidence boost that's going to be. Hopefully not too much of a boost. The Ruddy's going to get a sub 35. We were just talking about it earlier. Just get the damage items and push, push, push. And I think, you know, surely a few things were handed right over to Ruddy and the other racers, but just a huge run and a huge play showing that Acrid is more than just a survivor that uses poison and runs away and does nothing else, right? Can we say that Blight did any of that? No. Blight did absolutely nothing.
No.
None of that damage was Blight whatsoever. Like, I could get a little, like, magnifying glass and have all the different sources of damage and distributions and, of where they're from, and Blight will make up about 0.2% of that.
Yeah, Blight was there for the photo.
Yeah. It's like you have that like organization or club in high school, and there's that one person that showed up to like one meeting. It's picture day, and they're like, "All right, I'm gonna show up." And there's this random person in your photo. That's Blight.
It's a good way to put it for this one. Blight got the participation trophy.
Yeah. So looking at our other racers now, I mean, there's no way Ruddy dies.
Yeah, no, Ruddy's got this.
TyLore's about to finish up. What TyLore needs is for Big D to just throw.
Yeah.
Right? Because in terms of Ruddy's well, okay, so now what TyLore needs is Ruddy, you know, as Ruddy's probably going to get bonus points, potentially double bonus points. Needs both Corny and Big D to throw. Which is possible, right? Big D has 165 cursed, Corny has 196, right? The endurance that these racers need for what they're doing is a lot. It's definitely a lot. And Corny died. Corny, with all that health, just takes a hammer hit in a way that almost felt inevitable. And now, at 3 deaths, right, feeling a little bit better. Big D losing a watch, though. Only 1 watch. Trying to get some extra damage. Oh my god, that pizza slice almost hit him. 33-14. It's time for Ruddy. Well done. Well played. Did not die during the Mithrix fight. Did not die at all. We'll go ahead and put that time up now. 33-14. Again, the time for Ruddy. Well done.
These pizza slices are making me so nervous. They've got to play aggressive with this. Like, they probably think they're the only ones with like 3+5s. They probably think they have to play this aggressive.
Yeah. Oh my god. Big D just needs to hang on to prevent a bonus point. I don't think it's gonna. I think Ruddy's gonna get double bonus.
Ooh, I think it's happening. I think either Big D's gonna die or they have to play this too slow.
Yeah.
Just to stay alive. Like, there's no way.
And it helps to just be able to have any sort of equipment at all. Right, Big D doing everything that.
Man value, keeping mithrix slowed from landing those dash kits.
Oh jeez. Just those exploder shots though. Those repulsion armor plates, keeping them alive with the Mired Urn and everything. Right, and this is where we see again Blight does nothing. If this was a poison loadout, all four racers would have finished a long time ago. The golem shots come in and just shoot midway through, and Big D has a personal vendetta now against that golem. 2 deaths. So Ruddy gets double bonus points. Wow. Okay, Ruddy's back. We'll go ahead and move him in now.
Honestly, though, huge props to everyone for like not inting.
Yeah. Yeah, welcome in, Ruddy. Yo.
Yep.
So, tell us about the run.
Yeah, I mean, really good run. Not much else to say. That Nishan tank printer and the Molotov, really good.
Yeah, and then the repulsion armor plate, you barely were taking any damage from the Wisp in phase 2, made that really easy. There was a Clover on the Soup in the Moon. Void Fields didn't get you too much, it only got you a couple watches and I think a movement speed item, but...
Yeah, I would have wanted to go more, but the run was that good that I just had to leave.
And you stepped out at the right time, you took an extra couple watches, and there were not many watches that whole run, so your damage was just 40% better throughout the whole run, right? It was an early on Void Fields, after stage 2, not after stage 4 or something like that. So that kind of pushed you forward, despite being like half a stage behind after that. Also, you were the only person not to die on stage 1 to a vagrant, so not only that, but a few other deaths going on. TyLore with 3, Corny with 3, Big D with only 2.
Oh, wow.
Big D held on, and just the only other person with the Clover had a okayish fight, but went up with a Recycler. We saw a ton of Molotov value, actually. That was insane, seeing the health bar go down by like 10% or something, right? Just to see it go down at all.
Mad to not go all in the Ignition Tank printer.
Yeah.
Would have been so much value.
Oh my gosh. We'll actually go ahead and move TyLore in now. In the booth. Yo. Welcome in. So that run, it was interesting, right? There was a free Polyloot and Plasma Shrimp like on top of both teleporters. If I was doing a speed run for this loadout, I mean, well, it's so cursed that it had to happen on Blight, but it was kind of crazy seeing that, and among some other things too. Tell us about the run. Tell us about maybe some things you liked, some things you didn't like. How do you feel about it?
I felt like that run was kind of free. I just played like garbage.
Yeah, okay. It'll make you feel a little bit better if I say this. What if I told you everyone except for Ruddy died on stage 1 to the Vagrant?
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess it does make me feel a little bit better, but it was a tough Vagrant spot.
Yeah, there wasn't really much good cover that we saw. It was pretty rough. I will say, right, Big D had 1 death less than you at the end, so you did get in 3rd, which it's still a point. So it's a good start for you. And the good news is hopefully that's the worst of the runs that we see. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, Corny wants in. And Big D wants in. Okay, we'll bring both of them in, and then we'll ask one at a time. Go. Hello. Welcome in, racers.
Hello.
So, in terms of real time, really close amongst everyone. Big D was the only one that saw that there was a headstopper suit, headstoppers on stage 4 in an adaptive chest. It was the second to last item over by the upper cave entrance.
Oh man.
There was also an ATG.
Oh, I aimed for the capacitor.
Wait, where'd you get a capacitor?
Yeah.
There's a capacitor in the adaptive chest.
Oh, that was the same.
Oh.
Or was that the other one?
I think so.
Okay. There was a lot of really good...
I only saw one.
Okay. Yeah, we saw some really good adaptives. And just a lot of good everything, right? There was a clover soup on the moon. There was a gun and a recycler on stage 5. You could re-roll the yellow from the grandparent goes into a mired urn, which did help Big D a lot during the Mithrix fight. Big D, well done for getting second place on this loadout.
You're joking. What?
I'm not. Yeah, second.
That sucked. That was so bad. Okay.
It was bad in the sense that Ruddy went to void fields and found 2 watches.
What?
Yeah, got 2 watches, finished fastest real time. I think it was 2 watches and a speed item early on. Just
how
carrying ahead.
did that happen? Yeah.
I had 3 Wongus and I wanted to go bizarre each stage for headset roll, and Veiled seemed good.
Yeah, it was honestly not too bad.
I mean, you won it. You know, it must be the new strat. Like everybody's gonna be doing it.
Yeah, it was mushroom for the first enemy, so I just farmed pennies off them.
Yeah,
Got a
speaking
few
of
chests.
penny
smart.
farming, I think we have a new record set for fastest time to get $10,000 on Big D, who had, what was it, 3 pennies, 4 wraps, and just had something shooting at you the whole stage. How did he get that much money?
Templar beginning of stage 3. Yeah, I was like, I don't feel like looting this stage right now, so let me just sit here for 5 seconds and become.
It only
insanely
took that
wealthy.
long. Yeah, it wasn't even.
Yeah.
That was insane. All right. I'll keep the interviews short since we got another 3 loadouts. I know there's a lot more to go, but I'll give you a score update. Unless there's anything anyone wants to add.
Ruddy got bonus points.
Yes. Double
Yeah.
bonus. That death at the end, unfortunately, you were at like 300 curse and the golem just shot as you were passing through. That will end up preventing you from being able to prevent any bonus points on Ruddy. I think even... No, not even that would have... No. Yeah, no. You were 4 seconds too slow anyway.
Okay.
Spaces on stage 4.
Yes, Spaces was on stage 4 in that
Right.
Void Cradle. Everyone found it except Ruddy.
Anything else that was major besides the headset? The
We saw Molotov do damage.
Yeah.
oh wow.
Yeah.
Was I the only one who had that, or anyone else find it?
I
Ruddy
also had
also had
Molotov.
the Molotov.
Yeah, I'm mad at
Oh,
myself
with
for
the
not going
ignition
in
tank
through the...
printer. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Poor decision making all the way. Good.
All right. Well, we still got some more loadouts. We actually have, if you like terrible loadouts, loadout 2 is actually going to be
This is worse.
Arrow Rain Blink Huntress. So we also have Siren's Call in there. Throw in a Rally Point Delta, and you've got yourself a fun time. Also, you think you're gonna get items? No, there's Distant Roost Stage 1. So who knows if you'll even be able to get a new altar if you want to go for that. So, good luck, and don't tilt too much. Oh, also, every racer, I just want to say, everyone died on stage 1 from the Vagrant except for Ruddy. So you're not alone on that. And
Okay.
carry on if something like that happens. You never know what the situation is.
Exactly.
Alright. Good luck.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good luck, gents.
Good luck.
Good luck.
All right. So go back. And also prize pool is there. Oh geez. Oh gee, I gotta let him
So
know.
saying Arrow Rain Blink. This is straight up Huntress, right?
Default Huntress all the way? I think so, yeah.
I think so. That's strafe, right?
Yeah, at least there's no flurry, right?
Yeah, Flurry would have actually been really unfortunate, right?
Yeah. Here we go, all the different shades of blue again. They definitely look blue on the stage. Because of the
Corny's beautiful green.
yeah. It's kind of funny, all the shades of purple just turned to blue. Because there's like barely any red on the stage for the filter. Look, even the Titan laser's like orange.
I really like the filter on Roost. I like how it looks. Very pretty map.
It's nice. I agree. I think Roost is like, out of all the places that if you had to go to one on Petrichor 5, and obviously you're not going to get slaughtered by the natives there, right? I think it's really a pretty okay place to set up camp.
I think like Roost and Scorched Acres would look really nice.
Man, Scorched Acres, just go to Ohio in the fall. It looks the same. It's actually pretty nice. Or you could, if you hate Ohio and you're gonna like talk about all the jokes, just go to Virginia, West Virginia, something like that. They all got really good forests. All sorts of yellows.
I live in Scorched Acres all the time. I'm in California. It's always Scorched Acres.
Oh, okay. I see what you did there. Good one. Gamble's up, by the way, chat.
We see pennies again on Corny and on Ruddy.
I like it. I think it's a little bit hard to pull off for Huntress. The good news is the stages, you at least have wetland aspect to be able to farm wisps for that. Huntress, though, you can kind of get away with it a little bit. It's just there's not a lot of survivability, right? You don't have that base 20 armor. You don't have a health pool of starting at like 200 or 180 or something like that, right? It's about half of that. And you don't have the armor, so you're like 60% more squishy.
We do see a watch on stage 1. Looks like so far TyLore is the only one to find it.
Now we see the TP already activated on TyLore. TyLore, who got in 3rd place, had a really rough early on part of the first loadout. Right, we see trying to come back, right, has another chance to take down a Wandering Vagrant. This is Huntress, albeit the default blink, which can be a little tough to get around, to navigate. But I think it's not that bad if you're warmed up and used to it, at least in terms of not so much, you know, you get one dodge at tops, and you kind of have to use it after you use the arrow rain. It's the way I found the most success. Speaking of arrow rain, kind of convenient, there's that bridge there that some of the racers are able to use to be able to land that damage on them.
I'm guilty with a single blink of always hosting with it, because I forget it goes vertical all the time. I'm so used to triple blink. Some of the big dangers of single blink.
I'm actually not that used to triple blink right now. Before I went into hosting league mode and just doing casting, I was doing 5 coin lunar streaks, where I was only allowed to use 5 lunar coins a run. Or not, like, I would start with 5 a run, right? And I can, like, find them throughout and things like that. But loadouts, I was not allowed to repeat. So if I do a full roster, that's cool, that's cute. I wasn't allowed to repeat any loadouts. So I would try to save up better loadouts for like my 2nd or 3rd loop. Or cycle through. So it was always Blink Huntress. And I think Wally in chat puts it well. Blink is really good for repositioning and not dodging, right? You can use your abilities. You're like, okay, all the enemies are starting to build up over here. Let me just move to another place and start all over. Oh my god, and Corny, who has 0 points off to a kind of rough start, needs something good to happen. That Vagrant is at like full health. Your Huntress, which is, I guess, nice, but it's not Blink Huntress. Corny's gonna die. I'm more than like 80% sure. How do you get through that when there's that stupid explodey orb? If there was Ballista, maybe Corny could be fine. But that stupid orb's just gonna explode. Too close.
I think, honestly, TyLore is looking the best leaving stage 1. They've got the watch. They have an elixir if anything goes wrong. They've cleared the TP push effectively.
I don't know. Look at Big D. Already done with the TP with a gasoline double energy drink. That gas is going to be huge. AoE damage right there. Which is, well, still damage. I do like TyLore's build, though. As we see the healing.
TyLore's going to get that second energy drink right now.
Yeah. Gets the shipping request form and the gas as well. Everyone's pretty much getting the same items. Going to take another hit, back down to 25 health. I guess you just gotta like hope for like a mending enemy at some point, but the enemies are just gonna keep building up. It's actually kind of interesting. Every time Corny goes into that cave, the Vagrant will just default to go all the way up there, like above the bridge. Gives a little bit of a breather, gives a little bit of a space that's kind of needed. Right, has that gunner drone, which can hopefully take out or take care of some of those exploding orbs.
See a rusted keeper on stage 2.
I would go into it once. I'm Huntress.
I'd hit it once. Like, worst case scenario, you... I actually
Oh,
probably
no,
wouldn't.
no, I take that
the
back.
gas.
I would not, yeah. I don't want to lose the gas. I'm okay with losing an energy drink on Huntress, but not the gas. That's where I cross the line.
Enough, it looks like the only one to not take pennies was TyLore taking the watch instead.
That's an interesting take, right? You want the damage early, perhaps? There's a focus crystal printer, though. And, you know, you're also Huntress. You don't have much healing options. There's no healing drones and stuff. I don't hate the idea.
I don't know if I'd go into Pistols on Huntress personally. I guess you don't have Ballista, though, so maybe it's actually going to be a little better.
If it's the only thing you got. I mean, anyone can use focus crystal, right?
That's true. Ooh, watch on stage 2. There's a natural watch spawn.
Okay. You remember when I said Corny's going to die?
Yeah.
Okay, just remember that. Because he's probably not going to die. Look at that.
Corny's looking pretty good right now.
Coped it out well. No healing at all. Was down to like 10 health and had the Vagrant at like full. I don't see that often. I think that's something that Corny has, is that old talent that a lot of the newer racers don't really have, of just being able to hold on and endure when situations do get bad. Obviously, these other guys, maybe we don't see situations like that occur as much, but just well done, and shout out to Corny for being able to hold it, hold on tight, hold through, and get out of there without deaths. Remember, only 3 more loadouts here in this race, and
it's easy to forget, but Corny was the first person to ever finish the full Oster challenge.
Is that true?
Yeah, he was the first one to get it on stream.
Race?
I don't know if Race did full roster instead of just doing win streaks. I don't know if that was like
the win streaks is full roster. I think Corny was the second. Right, was one of the only few people, I will say this, was one of the only people to ever do a full roster challenge pre-DLC. I think only like 2 other people did. So, it was, I think, also like the second person to do it overall. Corny's really good at the game. Right?
Yeah.
Just, I mean, a little bit removed from his past of, oh my god. Yeah, use the arrow rain. Big D just no-clipped. And, oh god. That's a death.
Ooh. That is upsetting to see.
Yeah, could have used the arrow rain a little bit later. Only 1 second on the blink. We were waiting for it to happen, but I didn't expect it to be here and so soon. Now needs to take cover quickly. Don't want to have a double death. That's just, oh my god. Of all things, if that's the one thing, if I'm Big D and that's the one death that I've had that determines everything of whether or not I advance the next round or not, I'm gonna be thinking about that for days, for weeks.
Yeah,
oh
like especially to a no clip death.
Yeah.
So rough.
You hate to see it.
Off topic, but we have seen so many vagrants today.
That's shocking.
Yeah, we had Vagrant on stage 1, loadout 1, and stage 4, and that was stage 1 and 2, both Vagrants as well.
Man. I'm still just thinking about that death. There's pennies on stage 2. And it's not too late for Big D, right? Big D did get in second place the first loadout, so there's still room to come back. There's still room to come back in this loadout. I don't think last place is, you know, guaranteed for just 1 death on arrow rain phase or normal blink Huntress, right? I mean,
Deaths
anything can happen. I think we're gonna see another fall damage death happen to someone else. It's gonna happen. I mean, that will hurt a little bit, right? I think it takes a little bit of experience to know when you can and can't blink. Right? You just have to learn the geometry of the game. I'm like, oh, if I do that, I'm gonna fall through the map, and then I don't have anything, and then I die. Which,
like, it's so easy to forget you have single blink and just go too far off an edge as well.
Yeah. I think something that I want to see some more racers pick up is as Corny, look at that, like 43, 44 health. There is a, oh, look out for the Blazing Marines. Oh my god. There's a healing drone on the stage. There's a healing drone that the racers can get. And if they get it, they have actual healing.
Healing drones are insane.
Oh my god, Scorpion. Scorpion found in the blue portal. The only person going to the blue portal was Big D. I don't think we saw any other racers. That's huge. Huntress, and bouncing right back. We don't see it. I think if there's a guaranteed blue portal later down the line, I think we might see some of the other racers go for that. But, I mean, the greens weren't that good. What do you have? Like, an old war stealth kit, a shipping request form. Oh wait, no, Ruddy went for it too.
I think
Ruddy and Big D are just like on the same wavelength today, right? They both went to the soup to get the clover. And I think they're on a good wavelength right now. That's not a bad one to have.
How does Scorpion stack with Arrow Rain?
You get like a 0.2. It doesn't really proc much or do much.
Oh, okay.
Because I think it's like proc chance. It's that or it's like you get 1/5 of one every time. I'm not sure entirely if it's like quantity versus RNG.
Yeah, I assume it's RNG.
Someone will tell me in like 2 seconds in chat, I'm sure.
Yeah.
There's a backup. You know, it's funny, we actually just saw Cap last race go all in on Scorpion with Mercenary, I think it was. Took every single item from stage 1 to stage 2, just like, alright, I'm doing this. And it played pretty well. I think Cap got second place in that loadout, right? Could have actually gone a little bit faster with what was that there. Scorpion's huge, right? You think of Mithrix's adaptive armor. It just shreds it. And on a rapid fire survivor like Huntress, I think we see a lot of value in that. It's also an additional debuff if you get right, you have Arrow Rain, you have Scorpion, so that's 2 debuffs. There's Bleed, there's Gasoline. You can get Chrono Bobble back at some point. Or
but
wait, not back. There's none yet.
Those are Sia's lenses on RPD.
There's a Shrine of Order. I don't want to see anyone go in there. It's not good.
I kind of want to see it, actually.
I don't want to. Please, the run is so okay. Ruddy took it. Ruddy took the lenses.
I see why. You know, no crit. You have a lot of ways to deal damage. Like, it could
That's
proc
fair.
and help.
You never know if it's gonna get bad.
Mm-hmm.
And if something is gonna get bad and you need to hit him a bunch. Does Ruddy have like a clock or something up there? Or is that like the biggest eye roll as there's a lens maker printer? I was just about to say the rule of strafe is that there's always a crit printer, there's always crit. If this was Flurry, that printer would turn into a Bungus printer.
Yeah, it would change instantly upon our eyes. I think we did just witness the most like reflective moment in the race today.
The biggest eye roll in Gauntlet history, right there.
Yeah. That picked up Sia's
on July 3rd, 2024. Something happened.
Oh man, poor Ruddy, man. Hopefully no one else goes into the Sia's lenses here. Because that's a lot of damage I'm missing.
Hopefully they find that printer and like go into it. You see Corny low on health again. Does have a slug. Obviously low on that health mostly because of the opening of that cradle.
Big D making me nervous with these dashes, dashing through the spikes.
You know, I'm actually surprised no one would... I don't know if they just couldn't go fast enough because of Arrow Rain Huntress. That's probably what happened. Because, I don't know. Getting a Prion on this loadout, I think would be good. Just to have some form of damage on the lowest DPS loadout in the game.
Right?
I guess, yeah, you could have done that.
Could have done the Prion hug.
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't know about the crystal printer ahead of time. And it was kind of out of the way. I don't know if you would be able to go there.
Yeah, that's true.
In time. I doubt they would have been able to get to it if they tried. There's an ATG from the TP the racers are going to get. That's going to be
very needed.
Yeah. You have the gasoline, you've got ATG. Now, the thing with Huntress, it doesn't matter what loadout you have on Huntress. You're still very swift. You're very fast. You have the glaive, that it's kind of like an air hover to avoid splash damage and other shots. As, oh my god, Ruddy takes a direct blast from that laser from that golem, just... I don't know, a little bit of a hesitation and building up for that Arrow Rain or something, but... White question mark gives fireworks. Corny has that now.
Not bad. It has value. Another crowbar.
Yeah. Corny's going to activate the TP at 72 curse. With the brooch, though. I think we'll be fine. That brooch is going to be plenty of survivability. If you have like 20 health, you get like double instantly from the brooch because it just never goes away. I think you lose 5% barrier health per... Oh. Okay, I'm not going to say anything about Corny anymore because Corny's not going to die. And we'll be completely fine, and I'm not cursing. They say it's a caster curse. I haven't sworn once on stream yet.
Yeah, so true.
Yep.
Very PG. Very PG.
You can have your mom and dad
Ruddy
watch.
finding a sticky bomb. Sticky bomb's pretty high value. And TyLore went into the crit printer, which honestly, yeah, with the ATG, you love to see it. Good damage, has 2 watches.
Yeah.
Gets a crowbar.
I didn't curse that. Nope. I'm sorry, Corny. Oh, man. With a death, just not in a good spot right now. Went a little bit in the crit, went a little bit in the gasoline, but just taking that hit from that Greater Wisp. Greater Wisps can be kind of terrifying with the huge splash damage they have. If they're close to you, they just look at the ground and say, congratulations, you were taking damage. You gotta, like, really distance yourself from them so that they're not, like, hitting so directly on the ground.
And while unfortunate for Corny, this it's very hopeful for Big D. It means Big D's not completely out of it.
Yeah, from that fall death, right? I mean, but it's even worse news for Corny, who, I mean, keep in mind, Corny's at 0 points. If there's anyone who really needs a comeback right now, real quick, to just bounce back after loadout 1, it's Corny.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I think we're gonna have a tie the truth moment. Nope, we're good. Nope. We're bad.
Let me refresh my my TyLore end here.
That's not. Alright. Yeah. That's the TyLore classic. Can we get some Ty the Truth lores in chat?
Ty the Truth lore.
It's an emote. He wanted it, but I don't think he has affiliate on Twitch yet. So go ahead and give him a follow. Give everyone that's playing right now a follow. They do a lot of streaming, just like whether it be Gauntlet Practice or win streaks, whatever you name it. These people are gamers. They're fun to watch. They're entertaining.
That's that pre-spawn wham on Silence. It's a little funny.
Yeah, hopefully this one doesn't get infested.
Yeah, hopefully no bullhugging.
Yeah. We see, in terms of crit, right? So Ruddy didn't go in the crit printer. Was able to keep the AP round, though, from that. Was able to keep mobility, was able to keep pennies. I don't think it would really be penny farming on stage 4 where enemies really start to pack a punch. Meanwhile, we see TyLore, right, didn't go for Scorpion, has a Wax Quail from the second, or third, I'm not sure. I think it might be the third shipping request form. Yeah, it's the third.
I think it's request form 3, yeah.
Yeah, so everyone's gonna, both Corny and TyLore are gonna have Quail. That's gonna be good to have. We see 8 crit on TyLore, 5 crit on Corny, and 5 on Big D as well. Big D did keep the AP round. Where I think TyLore lost his.
It looks like TyLore doesn't have the APR.
Yeah. But does have the watch. Does have the watch. Oh, had 2 earlier?
Yeah, TyLore had 2 watches earlier.
Okay, yeah.
That makes sense. They went to 8 crit. It's pretty worth it.
Hey, 80% crit's huge.
Yeah.
And oh man, I mean, no, that's huge. I'll just keep it at that. I was gonna talk about Shattered Spleen, but there's no chance for that. I was gonna say if there's like Abyssal Deaths, you just really want to go in there. So you never know.
We
like,
might
you
just
get that,
see another stage 5 gun recycler though. It happened last run. Could happen again.
Reroll yellows, or I mean, there's such a huge time commitment if you don't feel so.
Yeah.
I think it could be good in a loadout like this, right? But with the damage already being pretty good, I think it's at a point where you probably want to invest in that, right? You've got 8 crit, you've got ATG, you've got to watch AP rounds sometimes. Some people crowbars in there, right? Everyone has like a pretty decent build. Yeah, what up?
Don't worry, no one's dying again. TP was a leeching seed.
Oh, okay, no death.
Yeah, no death, no more deaths.
Okay,
they got it.
Yeah, that's all the healing they need. They get half a health per arrow.
And
I mean, they're shooting like 2 arrows per second. That's like plus 1
health per arrow in.
Right. I mean, here's the thing about Leeching Seed. There's some runs where you just legit have 0 healing. And I'm not going to call it a good healing item. I'm going to call it a healing item, though. If you have it, like, throughout the entire stage, you get, like, 100 health if you're a rapid-fire survivor. Like, okay, if you're a burst survivor or something of that regard, okay, just get that conversation out of there. But if you're, like, Commando, Huntress, someone who just, you know, can shoot a lot throughout a stage, even multi with, like, the nail gun, just to be able to get, like, that 100, 150 health a stage is better than nothing. It's like a Lepton Daisy in terms of healing.
Yeah.
Like, you get a little bit, you get something somewhere sometimes. But as soon as you have like a slug or literally anything, just forget it. Like if I get a leeching seed and I'm on a rapid fire survivor, I'll say, okay, that's enough. If I'm, you know, trying to go fast.
I like that Big D has 2 Warhorns. That could be pretty valuable here, especially with the ATG to puck. With a little bit of crit, the Warhorn could see really good value.
Can you skip the Worship unit with Arrow Rain? I don't think you can. Does it like do too little damage or something?
I don't think it does enough damage.
Okay.
I think if you had enough watches, they have 2 crowbars, maybe with crowbars, possibly.
I never understood the damage thing. Is it like? I didn't know there was a threshold for boss skipping. Oh my god, no. Blazing Larva, gotta love him. Down to the bottom right. Death number 2 now for Corny. Corny, who got 4th place in the first loadout, really needing something to happen, but now 5 minutes behind in real time from Big D, and a whole, still has to loot stage 4. Right, so it's gonna need to have a lot happen to some of the other racers to have a decent chance to have a comeback. It's a Warhorn.
And it still could. If any stage was going to have hosting deaths, it's going to be stage 5.
Yeah, that's fair. All it takes is one bad blink. See a Glacial Elder Lemurian. We see some equipment as well. There's a Molotov. Oh, we saw Molotov do damage last time, right? Surely. Oh, Ruddy saw, I think that was Resonance Disc. I saw about 4 pixels. And they were bright purple?
I couldn't even tell. It was so fast. That looked like maybe Res Disc.
That's my best bet. I'll put it on. If I had to gamble on anything, I'm gonna say that. Gasoline, by the way, for Corny, number 2, with no ignition tank this time around.
I think there's a total of 3 gas this one so far. At least 3 gas found.
Yeah, we see that on TyLore. TyLore, who took a shot but uses the blink to avoid the overloading bubbles, is still alive. Still has the watch barely. Like 2 health from losing it.
That fall, that little fall, almost taking the watch away. Hits the random equipment and gets Gubo.
There you go.
I love Gubo.
Does Gubo on Blink Huntress, does she just kill herself or?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
Outside of Eclipse, no, but in Eclipse, yes, they absolutely die of falling all the time. Same thing with the Artificer.
Yeah, I know the Artificer Ion Surge is just she uses it once, like maybe does one other ability and just dies for all damage. Mending Greater Wisp, the boss, that's scary if you get hit by those.
Of minis today.
Yeah, this was bringing me back to the olden times of the racing back when you and I were both going at it, where for some reason family events kept happening because of like an API issue, and it was like 15% or something like that of stages for family events. So all you ever got were hordes of many.
Remember when Stage Aesthetics was like bugged and you'd get void family events on stage 1 all the time?
I think that was every mod that used that API, which included Stage Aesthetics.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to like
so
restart
funny,
your game. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was great. There's an encrusted key bottom right. Corny, the first one to find that. Oh, and immediately thereafter, Ruddy. So if I'm Corny, right? If I'm Corny, right, my best chance of being able to come back in loadout 3 is if Ruddy just gets bonus points, or not even bonus points, just gets first place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gets first place, and then I don't know, TyLore gets in second, Big D in third, right? So that's only a 3-point deficit then if that happens, which is looking to be the case, right? We see deaths on both Big D and Corny, or Big D, yeah, another one on Corny. Sorry, at 3, just really not having a good day.
Ooh, I just saw now. I just caught up on Corny. That is a rough shot.
Yeah, you might want to refresh the stream, so I'll actually do that at the same time. Hopefully I don't like refresh it and I refresh it into like a dev. I've done that before.
That'd be very unfortunate.
Okay, no, we're good. Ooh. But I mean, as it stands, right, it's looking like TyLore's the favorite for second, first for Ruddy, and Big D maybe third, but you know, things could change. You could still get a point if you're Corny. Okay, that was a little scary. So in that regards, in that aspect, I think it's not super duper over. I think there's still a really good chance for Corny to come back and load out 3, load out 4. At 3 deaths, 4 deaths. Right, phase blink is a huge benefit, a huge help, something that isn't in this loadout, and Corny's just trying to figure out a way to at least maintain a little bit of competitiveness in this Huntress loadout. Right, obviously the tilt probably starting to get in there. How are the racers doing though?
Looking like everyone's looking pretty good. Big D's got a lot of kiss on the stage, but you know, so does TyLore. Both have taken quite a bit of damage here. Yeah,
those wisps, they're kind of unavoidable, right? So it's kind of nice that there's a rose buckler that you get from the TP as the item, right? 30 armor. And,
yeah.
Oh my god, huge hit taken by Big D. And it falls down, needs to wait. There we go, uses the arrow rain. And gets back in as death number 5 happens for Corny.
Unfortunate for Corny.
Yeah, still has that boss to go. Almost, you know, again, like, forcibly ending up in scenarios where he just has to withhold using arrow rain to prevent, to prevent like fall damage, and then it's like, oops, I accidentally got hit. You only spawn at a half health. Like, this is a really tragic death loop for Corny, and you know, the good news is there is always the next loadout.
A lot can happen in 2 loadouts. It can be a complete upset.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we've seen it in the past. Large healing chest opened up on TyLore against infusion number 2, and decides, oh boy, I've got infusion. That's my call to go.
That's my healing item for phase 3 mithrix. Let's go. We got this. Yeah, something that might come into play is it looks like Ruddy did not find the slug on stage 3.
That glacial elder is something else. Oh my god.
Yeah, that glacial elder.
You just can't jump over it. If you had a feather or anything, like, it'd be so much easier. If you had ballista, you could just like walk away and be like, okay, fine, I'll just ballista you from half a mile away. Can't even do that.
It's actually like the teleporter location really not helping with what's going on right now on Corny's end.
Just a terrible death loop situation that Corny will eventually get out of, but I think it's a bit too late at this point.
That momentum lock also unfortunate for Corny.
Yeah, let's actually let's look over at TyLore. TyLore with the 8 crit. Keep in mind, more crit than any of the other racers by a decent amount. Right, Ruddy has 0 crit. So has something going there. There was no pillar skip that the racers have found. No safer spaces. No stompers or anything like that.
Can they skip with just default blink and arrow, right?
If you have Lysate.
Lysate, okay.
You need a Lysate and I think a hoof. Oh, no, with Ballista. I think Arrow Rain has a lot. You don't stand in the air as long. So I think you might need a decent amount more movement speed.
That is unfortunate.
Speaking of Lysate, there was. If you really want to go for the skip.
+5 for Big D there, dying to Glacial AoE.
Oh, really? After the TP was done, death number 2 happens. Oh.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah. With the Scorpion, with the crit, right, has the best DPS build, in my opinion. Right? Ice Band in there. And some crowbars and AP round. Maybe no watches, but...
Ooh, Polyloot on TyLore from the Encrusted Key.
Yeah, no, I saw that, and I know all the other racers are going to invest in there. But... Again, just really tragic for Big D. Big D, who is trying to pull an upset against 2 really good racers, both TyLore and Ruddy, who I would say easily are like top 7, top 8 racers. Right, the 5th and 6th seed here. And Big D is looking to be able to come in and maybe 2nd place if one of them messed up. But now we'll have to go. Probably doesn't want the HUD if you already have really good crit, but I guess it's a little bit better damage. Now with 3... We got Warhorn and everything. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's a no face blank moment. For both TyLore or Corny and Big D. Right, still just looting up. We see a Feather Soup. TyLore loses a crit
go
for
into it, right?
I think it's smart. I think it's wise. I think even if you lose crit, I mean, so be it. You've still got 70-some%.
Loses the slug though, which I think is the only stable healing.
Yeah. With Feather, you're not going to get hit much though. And besides, we have Leeching Seed, all right? Everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah, you're right.
And I'll say this, 2 Rose Bucklers, a Repulsion Armor, and you've got 2 medkits. So if you do get hit, I'm not saying medkit's a good item, I'm not saying it's a good healing item, but it's survivability. You're maintaining a little bit better.
You know,
if you get...
I keep forgetting, it is only 31 minutes. They're not going to do as much damage.
Yeah. Yeah. Polyloots from the more Leeching Seed? That's right. Proc Chain works with Leeching Seed, right?
Yeah.
Does your slug work with proc chains? I didn't think so.
You know, you got me there.
Maybe he just has a personal...
Polyloot?
Really just wanted to kill that. Oh, there's I don't think this gives anything good. Oh no.
I thought Corny had the bug for a second. I got so worried.
Big Deal was just hosted. This could be fine though. And we see the first one to the fight, TyLore. TyLore at 32:06, about 15 seconds further in the run than Ruddy. Ruddy only just now finishing off the first portal, or pillar. Did Ruddy print? No, did not print a feather while over there. So it's going to be featherless. Doesn't have opal or anything.
I think just going on damage builds, I think is the Scorpion going to be enough to keep up with the crit, is the question.
I don't think so, personally. I think the Scorpion's going to be really good. The Polyloot's going to be really, really, really nice. But it's just 70% crit, right? That's already double damage.
Yeah.
And at best, right, I guess with Adaptive Armor you can get a little bit more than that. But TyLore's already halfway done with Phase 1. Right?
Yeah, this is looking like a TyLore fist, I think, unless something drastic happens in Phase 2 or 3.
I think if Ruddy gets to the ship, or to the mithrix fight really fast and just plays super aggressive, I think it's definitely possible. Right, but as a whole phase
value
behind.
As well.
Yeah.
Oh, Gubo dying to slam though. Unfortunate. Poor Gubo.
I think also just with no feathers, gonna have a lot more of a hard time just being able to be in range.
Corny found a Krunde.
Oh, there was a crowdfunder?
Yeah, there's a crowdfunder on 5.
Oh wow. You know, that would have been huge on the left side of the screen.
Yeah, for the Scorpion have is.
It's shooting a lot right now. I would... Okay, so what Corny's doing right here, just stop shooting these things. And here's why. I'm going to explain. If you just shoot them like once or twice, and then just run away from them, and go to the design pillars, they're just going to kill themselves. They just jump off the map. They just jump off and you don't have to worry about them. Yeah.
And you get money.
And you get the money, and you're going to need that money for the Mithrix fight.
Big D doing soul pillars. I kind of... You know, if I went in knowing I had 2+5s, I think I'd also do soul, just because I feel like I'm pressed for time.
Yeah, at 2 deaths, you can try and push a fast time and maybe beat someone that has 1 death. Or maybe, like, deny bonus points if you finish faster than someone else. But there we go. That's the gamble of soul pillars. No drones, right? It takes a lot of curse. You want to have, like, some sort of friend, some sort of pal that's going to be able to...
Yeah.
To pull all the aggro, instead all the enemies are just going to spawn on you. Yeah, we're seeing Scorpion gaming right now. Look at Ruddy. Oh, taking a hit. There's the no feather aspect of that.
So we will see that Ruddy's the only one with allies actually on the moon outside of Gubo.
All right, we have a Wi-Fi gaming experience right there. Let's go. That's a Ty the Truth lore.
The slow motion Wisp Orb had me worried as I was going to take a +5 during the lag.
Yeah, already down on phase 2 now. Definitely the damage is there for Ruddy. Right, we see 3 watches, 2 bleed with the Polyloot. Not really gonna get much off that. You just be careful not to like die. It's gonna be a lot easier for Ruddy to die, in my opinion. Right, without that feather. But you're still Huntress, right? You have a blink, which people don't like. People smack talk it all the time. I think it's fine. It's good enough.
I think if Ruddy has a fast enough phase 2, he could still pull this out.
Right, and that's actually going to be the harder phase, is phase 2, right? Wisps, golems, they're all separate entities. They're not just one mithrix. And once phase 3 also kicks in, you have to have mithrix be the closest thing that you are trying to shoot at, right? In order to actually get the hit. But, oh, TyLore taking a huge hit there. Has to save the blink. Right, needs to be a little bit more smart with that feather. Can die to pizza, not careful. Big D is doing like everything in his power to make sure he doesn't go to design pillars. Design pillars,
Yeah.
I'm just going to be straight up, I'm going to be real. They're the best pillar to do.
I agree,
they take the least
honestly.
amount of time to get to. Well, they take more time to get to than soul pillars. But if you need a host skip or find a host skip or something, right? You're right at the spot already, right? Or if you find like head stompers, it's like you don't have to go anywhere, it's just right there.
I think with this one, I probably would have, because I have 2 Ruckles, or at least 1 Ruckle, I probably would have tried to do the blood pillar.
Oh, TyLore is
And
just
then ran over to do the design.
I don't know. The problem with blood is that all the enemies are just they build up, they coagulate in there, and if you don't have the damage to take care of them, and you can't just like run in and out in 10 seconds, right? Because that's all it takes for 1 blood pillar. You just gotta go super duper fast, just get it over with. But if you can't, just look at Big D's screen right now. This is the sort of thing that you'll see happen so often. And now a 10-second pillar is turning into a 10-minute pillar if there's deaths. If not, it could be like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I just... Those golems, they don't jump off, right? All the other pillars, you can just make the enemies fly off a cliff. And you got to do that, what Big D was doing. Right, took a almost death. The good news for Big D, right, is
No
there's going to have
phase
to
4
be a
skip
lot.
for TyLore.
Oh, okay.
This is the skip.
15 seconds ahead in real time. Right, so Ruddy has a little bit of advantage on that. We also know with Ruddy, could maybe pull it off with arrow rain. I think TyLore's still got this. I think it's going to be completely fine. There's the Gubo Jr.
Gubo
that's
doing
happening.
phase 4. It's
Yeah,
so fine.
TyLore's got this. Right, Scorpion's cool and all, but so is 70% crit. And TyLore finishes off. I was almost thinking it was going to be Ruddy that would come through. Right, we saw how much damage happened in phase 1. And we see how much damage is happening now in phase 3.
That
isn't gonna be
phase
able
2
to-
slowed him down too much.
Yeah.
He didn't have the crit. He had a Scorpion, which is good, just it wasn't enough to clear out hordes of enemies.
Yeah. But hey, at least now if any ads spawn in, Ruddy has Void Crit.
Yeah. The Vit from stage 3. Making good use of fireworks with his drones.
Yeah.
We see that Krunda damage on Corny as well.
Oh, no phase 4
Melting
skip
through
for
Mithrix.
Ruddy as well. We see Big D and Corny going to kind of be in a race of their own. Big D's goal is to not get tilted after death. Corny's goal is to try and maintain and hope that a tilt happens. The odds of tilt are pretty low. I don't think we see it often from Big D. Big D has probably the best damage of all the racers. Right, 4 crit, Scorpion. Has 3 war horns, so the attacks...
Enough damage for arrowing to skip. Because I think both of them missed the phase 4
Oh.
skip.
Launches are broken. I don't think it's a damage thing. I think as long as... The arrowing just has like this chance of it working and chance of it not.
It's not like
It's kind of like the
Wet
it's kind of like the accurate puddle, right? The hitbox is only appears if you like it pops up for a couple frames and then vanishes.
Mhm.
So it's just whether or not Mithrix like teleports the same frame that hitbox is up.
That's
We're gonna
unlucky then.
see a borderline sub 40 for TyLore. Well done. Just has to not die in the next 1 second, and it's fine. GG.
Yeah, very
TyLore.
well played.
Yeah. Coming back from 3rd place in the first loadout. Now, I don't think there's going to be bonus points. The only way that could happen is if Ruddy somehow dies, as Big D takes death number 1 from the Mithrix fight up to 3 now, 7 less than Corny. I'll actually go ahead and pull TyLore's screen out. We'll get oh, man, I always forget to reset the times on these. Like, I'm doing the interviews and stuff, and then I'm just like, and okay. I'm just going to stand still and do nothing.
It's a lot to do. There's
Yeah.
a lot of back end work.
40 minutes on the dot for TyLore.
40 on the dot's kind of high,
Yeah,
especially on a loadout like this.
look at that. Huge. All right. Let's go ahead and bring him in. Congratulate him. There we go. Yo.
Hey.
Welcome in. So, you won. Congratulations.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. It was close. Ruddy is like maybe 1 minute behind you. Had Scorpion from a blue portal, but accidentally ended up taking Void Crit on stage 3, which ended up costing him the run.
Oh man.
So tell us about the run. How'd it go? How do you feel?
I just kind of want to play it safe. You know, like it's error rate Huntress. There's kind of a lot of damage with this kit, so I played the first couple stages a little bit safe. Printer and the ATG from Stage 3 Teleporter really made me want to push a little bit. But after that, there wasn't really a whole lot of items other than the band. And then the poly loot from the key box on the moon. And yeah, going into the mithrix fight, it was kind of scary because I took the feather and it took away my slug. So...
Yeah, the no slug. Yeah. I mean, the good news was, right, for getting that feather, you still had to, you know, these items aren't good. I'm not going to, like, praise them or anything, but having a Leeching Seed and 2 medkits, right, was at least a little bit of sustain. Just to kind of keep you going for a little bit, so... you know, that was able to get you the necessary survivability to be able to get there. I'm actually going to go ahead and move Ruddy on over. Oh. So, bring him in. Yo! Welcome in, Ruddy.
Hello.
Yo. So, Void Crit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You got to remember the rule of strafe, right? The second you use strafe on Huntress, if you see any Void Crit, stay away. There's going to be a billion crit in the run, right? It's if you had Flurry, you can take the Void Crit.
Yeah.
Oh well.
It was still really
help
close.
A little.
Oh,
it was close.
Yeah, just a 1 minute difference, 67 seconds away from beating TyLore. So you will get in second place. Congratulations.
Nice.
Scorpion with Polyloot is huge, as it turns out.
Yeah.
Is there
any difference in the builds at all?
So you had the Scorpion.
Crit.
Everyone else had like some crit. It was varying amounts of crit. TyLore went the most in, so right had the easiest time killing stuff. There was a feather soup that you opted not to go into.
I didn't even see it. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay. I was about to say, I was like, ooh man, going through the design pillars, right?
Yeah, I did have 2 charges of my M2, so wasn't too bad.
That's true. The backup mag does give you some air time.
Yeah, I was wishing I used Wood Sprite. Wish I kept that for the Warhorn value.
Oh yeah, that would have been huge.
That would have been a good idea.
Yeah, actually,
I was I got in my head that I wanted to do a drone man build with the drones I have, but it didn't happen.
At least gave a good distraction for Mithrix, right? So you didn't need the feather like even more there.
Yeah.
We saw some different equipments overall. We saw... there we go. We saw Ocular HUD on Big D. We saw the backup on you. We saw, I think it was Gubo Jr. on TyLore. So, a lot of different choices, a lot of different end results. I'm not sure what Corny's equipment was.
Crunda.
Yeah, the crowdfunder. That's right. Actually, I think I just got the time for Corny. And we'll go ahead.
Corny also the only one so far to land the phase 4 skip with AoE.
That's true. I didn't even point that out. Good call.
Tried getting it on AoE but missed. It's kind of RNG, but
yeah.
Yo,
Corny.
Yo.
Welcome in.
Thank you.
So, it was a rough run.
Yep.
None of the other racers had the Glacial Elder get stuck in that trap. That was tough, not having a feather or really much of anything, not really much of any range to be able to get that thing out of there, right? What are you gonna do? Arrow rain it from half a mile away for 20 minutes?
Yep.
I don't know, what was sort of the thought process on the run, and how would you say, if anything, that you would do different if you were to do it again?
Deal with that elder before I start telly. That is the one thing. He was kind of pressuring. I didn't find anything else, and I mean, I had a pretty rough run to get anything going. Tilt kicks in. Yeah, struggling to bring actually some kind of consistency. But I mean, real time, I know what to shoot for. I'm still gonna try to go for that, and it just turned out as it did. Mind me asking, did everybody find the scorpion that I was kind of already seen?
So Scorpion was Blue Portal. That was Big D and Ruddy. Ended up getting that. So, in terms of deaths, Big D had a death on stage 2, blinked through the ground, and died of fall damage. So, gotta love no clips. It's very unfortunate, but died a couple other times. I think once during the moon, and then I think once on stage 5. I forget. Yeah, it was after the TP. The Glacial Elder found him as well. So a few happened there, but looks like Big D's gonna finish off at around a 62-63. Never picked up the poly loot from the center of the arena, so I'm sure be pleasantly surprised to learn about the location of that. It was actually turned around. Like got to the top of the ramp at commencement. It's like, oh no, where's my encrusted key? Did I leave it at spawn or something? And then actually went up to Soul Pillars into Blood, which turned out to be a pretty brutal time. Everyone on the call went for what's that pillar called? Design, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Double design.
Yeah.
Design is so nice.
It didn't really have healing for Blood.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of healing. There was a slug that we saw. Was it stage 2?
RPD had slug.
Oh, yeah, stage 3.
All right.
Yep.
Big D actually found a second slug later on. I'm not sure where. But other than that, it was just the med kits and the almighty leeching seed.
I'm sure if it weren't for those med kits, I would have broke my watches during the Mithrix fight.
No, it was all leeching seed.
Yeah. Final time about to come up here for Big D. And 6307. Not bad. GG's. But we still got half the race to go. Next loadout's gonna be, let's see, I believe we have Commando with phase round and grenades, but there is slide, so we at least have one good ability for once. Got some pretty safe stages. We see Scorched Acres, we see Abyssal Depths. I think this could be a good run.
Could also be horrible.
Yeah. We'll see. Let's
the
bring in
last two
Big
runs
D.
had pretty good loot. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah. Yo, welcome in, Big D.
Hello.
You really fell down there.
Yeah, I did. I was just trying to, discover new clips in my fair time. Just stage was going slow, so it's...
Gotta get some content here, right? It's ROR2 Huntress.
Exactly.
What a bore of a loadout, and had that happen. Got the Scorpion, though, which made up for a little bit. If not for the fact that Ruddy also found that. But Ruddy ended up going into the Void crit, and then saw the printer 2 seconds later. So you got some crit, you had some Scorpion, really, really good damage. Probably the best in terms of like a DPS setup. Unfortunately, just had a few deaths, took a little long on stage 5, and ended up missing the polyloot, which was at the center of the tree on the moon.
Dang. Yeah, that would have been a little nice, but I was hoping for spaces more than anything else. But Didn't see it anyways, so.
Yeah, no pillar skip. That's rare to see these days. That being said, though, I do want to keep things going. Hey YouTube, I hope this race has been a good one so far. H0sting League has been a lot of fun for me to create and run, however, none of it has just appeared overnight. It takes a great amount of effort and energy to run this league, whether it be scheduling race times, making the overlays, running a website, uploading VODs, you're on YouTube, dealing with everyone, you're in the chat and comment section, whatever it may be. All these are needed to provide the best viewing experience and are all handled by me pretty much alone. If you'd like to help support the league, consider sending some funds through the link shown up here on the screen. Half the money donated will go to the Racers prize pool, which is of now, it's at around $670, which is up well over 20% from where it started. So I'd like to thank all of you who have given so far, and thank you for considering giving to the league here today. But you know, that's enough from me, and enough of the money talk. Let's get back to the race. You think it's going to be Wandering Vagrant Stage 1?
Oh, of course. With how the run's been going, it's going to be Vagrant every possible Vagrant stage.
Yeah. I mean, that would be, in that case, we would see it stage, what, 1 and 2?
Yeah, it'd be stage 1 and 2 Vagrants, surely.
Okay. I had this,
Honestly,
like...
I don't think... I think Beetle Queen is probably best for this loadout, right?
Oh,
you have the phase round, you've got
no,
flags.
No. I mean, it's Stone Titan all the way, stage 1. I mean, the Queen's Gland. Oh wait, no, there's a gasoline. Okay, you know what? I'll take a Beetle Queen right now. Give me the Queen.
AOE, especially with gas.
Yeah. Zoob again. Hey, it pops up this time. Chat, did you know that Zoob, Mayan, man, it's back to back. Oh my god, you guys, come on. I don't have the grunt. I'm sorry, Mayan. Gotta get it up there. Zoob donated 50 to the league, and it didn't pop up for some reason. So, Zoob, thank you for the 10, and thank you for the 50 as well prior. I appreciate you. That's actually insane. Mayan says, can I redeem a gamer grunt just for all that? Here you go. For free.
I love that sound effect so much.
That actually, it's been over 2 years since that
Really?
noise came out from my my vocal cords. I don't know how it happened. I was with Disputed and Wooly, so like the two biggest content creators for Risk of Rain ever, right? And we were on a team, and we had to loop a run in order for the scavenger bingo. That's right. You were on a team with, was it R&D
Dan and
Dan? That's right. But we had to loop a run, and I messed up. And when I messed up, because I hit the TP, because we're like, go, fast, that happened. The rest is history.
Hey, you know, you can't recreate perfection. That sound effect is amazing.
I mean, there's other great ones out there.
There's some pretty good ones.
There's if you ever watching the Dan stream, there's these sound redemptions. One of them's called the Gamer Scream.
Oh yeah.
That one's pretty up there.
It's really good.
I don't think I have that on the soundboard.
Oh, there's a Krunde on stage 1 for Commando. That's pretty fun.
Okay. And we do see Stone Titan, by the way, so that's gonna be really free. You just gotta, like, if you just stand at the Stone Titan, like at the base of it, before it gets down to half health, you just kill any ads that get nearby. You're fine. And even with the face round, you can just shoot through the Titan, throw grenades at your feet. You see this with TyLore here. Okay, look out for the overloading orbs.
Almost dying to overloading Beetle. Would have been a bit unfortunate.
Yeah. That's gonna be fine. Just runs back. Gets the Ice Band.
That is really, really good.
Ice Band. We'll get to see some cool grenades. I remember the first ever loadout that I ever saw in the H0sting League. I was the first ref for the first race. I mean, it wasn't like the first one shown, but it was this loadout, and I think it had TyLore in there. I forget who it was. It was like Mallard, Actor, Bloodly, and someone else. I think it was TyLore. Yeah. And it was a run with Commando, where the racers just got like nothing but ice bands, and they had grenades. They never like found any good band procs. So for the longest time, like the whole run was just seeing these grenades to like 10,000 damage. It was really
I think I saw that one on your YouTube, right?
Yeah.
It's a very fun run. It's always cool to see people like use grenades creatively because they have that timer after they hit the first object.
Man. Did they only do like what 700% damage or something like that?
Yeah, something like it's like either 600 or 700% damage.
It's certainly one of the better band products out there.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel
you
like
also have to keep in mind Commando's base damage, you know?
It's about the same with a lot of the other survivors. Right? In terms of base damage, there's multi at the bottom, and then there's basically everybody, and then you go up a step, and there's engineer, and then Acrid's at the top with like the most. And heretic doesn't exist, so we don't count.
Yeah, we don't. They're not real.
There's no heretic.
Technically speaking, without items, heretic's base damage is 0 because they squawk. So
squawk, squawk,
squawk, squawk.
There you go. Ooh, auto movement speed. We see Corny leading with just 3 items. Right, we know that for Corny, at 0 points right now. 0 points. Oh, it just cycles through. Okay, nothing can happen with that blue portal. I think the blue portal here is free this time around. So we don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, whatever the item was. If it's a good thing that was cycled through, Corny will never be able to get it, and is an even bigger coat. But
I don't know if anyone's gonna even check, really. They don't really have a reason to unless they want to gamble away that white switch. Why would you? You have
well think of it this way. You just go in and out like Corny did. What if the second portal's good? Right?
That's true, right?
If the second portal's really good, then Corny has that advantage over the other racers.
Part of me would always want to know, you know? Especially if I already hit the portal, I'd want to go just take like 1 pixel look and see what it was.
At this point, right, Corny knows that he has to play fast anyway, right? There's no like, okay, I can just play it safe, play it easy, and, you know, come back and win this race. Right, for Corny, it's, I mean, I gotta go fast, I gotta go good. And if you see the item and it's like spare drone parts or something, or like head stompers, you don't want the tilt. You don't want to know. I feel like sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. There's a Samarang on RuddyCub. Do you think Ruddy's gonna go hit that gold altar and then just do a whole Areolanite?
Surely not, right?
I mean, we already saw the void field, right? I mean, come on.
It'd be really funny. You know, but Samarang does bring up a good point. Are we going to see Sawtech for Mithrix today?
Is there safer spaces, maybe? There's a watch printer. I feel like you want to have like really good defense or like survivability if you're going to pull off Sawtech. Because
you got to stay practically stationary. You have to be in like such a small area while doing it. Yeah,
and you can't see Mithrix. It's hard to like see where the pizzas are coming from. Right? Every time we see Sawtech, it's just like a +5 tech. That's at least what I coined it as. Everyone else kind of agrees with me. Sawtech can be +5 tech, but it can also be really, really good. I think we've seen some cases where races were able to finish way sooner than others with it, if done properly.
I think, if you have the right items, Sawtech is beautiful. Like, you have a little bit of damage reduction, like 1 plimp, and Sawtech will just cleave through Mithrix. Yeah. You'll get maybe 1 pizza cycle, and that's it. It's over.
I mean, the procs on it, too? Oh. It's pretty good.
I think last time I used Sawtech, it was for a win streak. It's been a while since I used it.
Cran, you got to get back to it. It's time for you to return to Risk of Rain. Risk of Rain 2 returns. There you go.
You know, so true. No, I want to. I've been seeing the tank mod a lot lately, and I want to play it.
There you go. Now you can tank with pride.
So true.
Vagrant about to be dead on TyLore screen. We know that the boss item is regen scrap.
Ruddy having double bans, Kajaro and Reynolds.
Yeah, I think the fire ban was like in a small chest near where you can see the watch printer. What printer is pink? Okay, it's a brooch printer. Yeah, there's a watch printer on the map, and like up at the top of the hill, or like the elevated ground, like on the rock. I don't know what to call it. There was a small chest that gave a Kajaro band. Right, 2 bands with the fire, with grenades can do a lot, and I think saws actually just proc as well, so you don't even have to like.
Oh yeah, saws are amazing.
Be super fancy with it.
Surprising no one, by the way, the boss is one-wing Vagrant. This was always going to be the case.
Yeah. Well, no, we had the Titan. We broke the streak.
Yeah,
for a little bit.
we had one break of the streak, but we're right back to it.
Ooh, Will-O-the-Wisp on Big D. Not really much to proc right now though, and just one wisp. I think it's kind of like it's good if you're in cope or something. It's kind of garbo otherwise. Yeah, there's a crit and a chest next to that. You also see a guillotine. There's a chance shrine. Big D chooses to hit it. Does get rewarded for that double hit. Gets a second Will-O-the-Wisp, and I don't think some of the other racers are actually going to go for that. Right? Chance shrines are really risky. Actually. And when there's no pennies on a stage like this, are you really to go over there? I think Ruddy is, actually.
Looks like Ruddy might.
Oh,
he sees it.
No, had it pinged, maybe thought about it for a second. Chance shrines are a waste of money. Maybe instead of going for that chance shrine, right, can go over to the watch pattern and just get straight to it. There was a couple chests by there as well that Ruddy saw, right? 3 chests, look at that. That's something that Big D's not going to be able to get. No watches, just has 2 Will-O-Wisp.
I think that's the right call, because we saw that the damage chest up there was a guillotine, like, gets a Warhorn, Razor Wire, and Fireworks.
I like the Razor Wire, I like the Warhorn. Or maybe not so much the Razor Wire. I definitely like the Warhorn though on Commando. You throw out your Samurai, and then you just do Giga damage. Not going for the Watch Printer though. I kind
of see why. They have a bit of speed, they have crit. I can see
a bit of speed, 7%. It's 1 Mocha. Which I guess it's better than nothing. So I take that back. You want to hold on to that speed. You want anything you can get. And the gasoline. You don't want to lose that, right? Ruddy doesn't have the 2 Will-O-Wisp. Can't really afford to lose that gas. I think the gasoline in some cases is actually better than the double Will-O-Wisp anyway.
Oh yeah, I think gas is... Just having 1 gas is like a run changer on a lot of runs.
Oh yeah. We never know when those ignition tanks are going to kick in. Or
even without like ignition tank, I just like if I was given the option like of like 1 gas or one Will-O-the-Wisp.
Oh, most there's of the a wisp printer, so it doesn't even matter.
Oh yeah, okay. It all doesn't matter. They're gonna get everyone's getting at least 1.
At least 1, yeah, with the regen scrap. If you're Big D though, I mean, you have the ice band. You definitely want to keep that. You can at least go up to 3 and eventually get there. If there's a scrapper, which I mean, there usually is a scrapper on this map. I think it's like 50-some% of the time. I need to update my director simulator. It's been a while.
I forgot you have that.
Oh, watches. Corny went for it and lost gas instantly, which is okay in a sense that, you know, if you're really concerned about your AoE, at least have the double Will-O-Wisp. Please update the simulator.
At the end of the world with Corny, because you know you do have phase round, you do have saws, you do have grenade. You still have some pretty decent AoE in your build. Just it would have been nice to keep the gas.
Yeah, and there's tri-shops, right? There's still a good chance to be able to recover that if you really want that. Who knows what you'd be sacrificing, like over the gasoline if it's like an AP round or a goat hoof. Definitely movement speed's good to have right now. We see TyLore actually the only one with both a goat hoof and a Mocha.
Yeah, that hoof was from stage 1. Only one to find it was TyLore.
Yeah. Which, I think that's a decent amount of speed for this Commando loadout. If this was roll, I would still be rolling in my Graves and +5s. There's a Royal Capacitor.
Ooh.
I think you definitely want that.
Over saw here, right?
Yeah. We see both TyLore and Ruddy, like, synced up to the second grabbing that. There's also going to be a slug in that small chest right next to there. Ruddy ends up getting it. And TyLore does not. Ruddy's the only one with that fire band.
Seeing on Commando a stage 3 with crazy loot. Like we're walking in, there's a Will-O-the-Wisp printer, there's like a capacitor, there's healing, there's damage, everything you could want on a run. All they really need now is movement speed.
We were just talking about that earlier. In a large chest ignition tank with the gasoline that Corny will not have.
That's got a hit. Corny's also the only one to find it so far. And there's another gas on the stage.
Yeah. Okay. Comes back.
The end of the ramp on the second platform.
Oh, but that was in the same tri-shop that also has a Mocha and a... Oh, is it the same one?
I think that's a different gas.
I think there was like a Mocha and a hoof or something like that in there. There was movement speed. We see Big D turning graphics up or down? Oh, is upping the gamma? Yeah, we're going full bull rug. Trying to see through the almost dead. Right, because the stupid borders. It's so annoying. You almost die, and you're like, okay, I can now... I now have 2 of my senses just removed. As Big D, again, almost at the point of death. Barely alive, holding on. Right? You can hardly hear. You can hardly see. being almost dead sucks, but you know what's nice is 2 Willow, spin a gasoline. And there it goes.
That AoE damage going crazy, giving him the infusion healing and the Topaz Booch.
Yeah, just a little bit more protection and survivability there. Good stuff. You know, it's like one of the first things they always teach you if you ever do Unity, like game tutorials and stuff. You know, I did game dev when I was in college. Not exactly the field I'm going for in my life. It's really fun if I could end up in a game dev position where I'm not moving to Seattle, Washington, and making $30K a year for 90 hours a week. I would totally do it.
Mm-hmm.
However, one of the first tutorials they always teach is like, this is how you add the retinas, the red eyes, is you and you know, the haptics, so that the player really feels like they're a part of the game, right? A real immersion when you're almost dead and you just become a cripple. Like, come on. I don't want that. I don't want that in my video game, please.
I love the off option.
Oh no.
For that.
Oh no. Corny just lost both watches.
Ooh,
took an oil orb while the suck kicked in. It was stuck in a wall and just came out. And Corny, who's again at 0 points, right, with 2 loadouts still to go, needs to absolutely get something here. And there's a death.
Interesting. We see Big D use the God, my brain, the regen scrap for a leapt on Daisy.
Oh, probably just was figuring, it's free. It's an item. I'll take it. Doesn't know what the will-o-wisp.
Probably didn't see the will-o-wisp up top.
There is a scrapper right next to it though, so that's the good news, right? We're gonna see everyone go for this bleed dagger. I'm assuming you don't want that. You definitely want that over the Mocha. Oh, well,
yeah. I think with this little speed, I might take Mocha. Like, bleed's amazing, but if I'm thinking about survivability,
I guess at stage 3 it's gonna be hard to kind of build that up, right? You need like a needle take or at least something. I feel like 2 bleed is insane on Commando. 1 bleed is like you'll sometimes maybe get something.
I think in Big D's case, the reason they took the Mocha over the bleeds, they didn't have the fast bleed already.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there wasn't any bleed on anyone else. But I guess, yeah, it was just gambling. There's never going to be anything ever again with that. I think even just with the 1 bleed, though, you can still get a decent amount of damage. I guess your single target is coming in through the rogue capacitor that you don't have the fire band, though, for. So it's only single target, no like AoE that you're getting from it.
There was actually 2 gas on the stage. Ruddy leaving the stage with 3 gas.
Yeah.
Didn't find the ignition tank, sadly.
Yeah, Big D still just the 2 will-o-wisp, does not have the 3rd, but at least has a left on Daisy. That's healing. That's huge. Right, didn't it get the slug? The only racer actually to get that slug? Assuming Corny just doesn't, like, straight up leave him. Right, Corny's gonna run out of money. Is, yeah, unable to get that now. The only other person we could see getting that would be TyLore if he walks all the way over that part of the map.
I doubt they're gonna check
It's
that.
not gonna happen, yeah. And that slug is huge. Right, look at Big D.
Wisp. What's Big D got?
No healing. 1 health per second. Okay. Hopefully none of the racers accidentally pick up the equipment drone.
That would be really unfortunate.
That is the other form of grubbing, actually. Is when you have a really good equipment, you're finally gonna like win a loadout, win a race, and then you just see an equipment drone and you accidentally pick it up because you think it's an incinerator, and you lose your capacitor, and you're playing full self-damage Rex. Is that or was Sakon? I forget which.
I think that one was Sakon. I think,
yeah.
Or Sakon was the first grubbing.
Well, no, Sakon was the ship death. Regardless,
yeah.
Right, don't want to do that. Don't want to have that happen. I remember I once had a beetle guard slam me into I was like trying to purchase a chest, and then I got hit by a beetle guard slender, and it threw me into an equipment drone, and I wasn't even looking at it, but like I was close enough in range.
God,
I lost my recycler, and then immediately recycled the red item that I purchased. Like during that whole sunder, that happened all in the course of like 2 seconds.
That is unbelievably unlucky.
Yeah, it was a run. I'll say that. This imp overlord about to die. Oh no, Big D just ran into like 3 bleed spikes and died.
Oof.
That's tough. Big D needs it's cool that you're only 1 point behind TyLore. You want to maintain that. right? If Ruddy, who I would say again is kind of the favorite as of now, right? Has 3 gas, has 3 will-o-wisp, has that bleed. Maybe not so much speed, but at least you don't have to worry about that until. Way. Yeah, you don't have to worry about that until stage 5 with this stage order. You just gotta hope that if you're not gonna win, that Ruddy wins. Alien Head picked up on TyLore, by the way, because if TyLore wins a loadout, then you have 2 people who's just really far ahead.
Yeah.
See a backup mag found alongside the Alien Head for bigdy. As Magma Worm is the stage 4 TP boss. Thankfully, the gunner turret on Ruddy isn't like halfway across the map.
It's not gonna
right there.
Pull the worm away.
And nice shot. Their item there is a band oiler. Band oiler. There it is.
Yo, I love oil.
Yeah? Let's go. Yeah. Let's make some money. Get that rig going. We pumping those grenades.
It's like fracking, right?
Fracking? No, that's when you like crack the ground a bunch and then you just like you have a bunch of shale, right? Like in Ohio. No, you know what? No, we're not talking about Ohio shale. This is Risk of Rain 2. We're gauntlet racing right now. There's a slug near the teleport and bigdy got it. Has healing now. Could have used that a little bit ago. Right, only has the 1 band, so the capacitor's just doing so much less. Right, again, Ruddy, the 1 with the double band, just chilling. I think, yeah, triple band now. There's a 2 fire bands and an ice band on Ruddy.
The band value is gonna be crazy for mithrix, especially with the capacitor. It's gonna be really nice. Ideally, Ruddy probably wants to find a crowbar.
I mean, you don't really get that much more, right? The initial hit does a lot. It'll be cool for like phase 2, like definitely one shot. But you're already one-shotting. You're one-shotting pretty much everything in phase 2 as it stands, right? Although maybe not. Maybe if you get a crit. We also have to keep in mind that Ruddy, double gut, triple gut. Okay, you want to fight that? You can get a free legendary item. Yeah.
The very top of the map.
You got to be careful with that shuriken not to lose your bands. It's actually kind of annoying. I mean, it's more damage at the end of the day, but it's like...
Oh, yeah.
It's like a mini game that you have to fight for. We're going to see what the legendary item is. As Ruddy gets his gup killed. Look at all that. Look at all that money. Look at all that wealth.
Gups are just like little piggy banks. I love them.
A gup, you get like 3 times the credits in terms of like money. A gup, I think they cost like 120 credits or something like that, and you get like 360, which is like half a boss. They're huge.
Which is crazy, because you also get to kill them multiple times over.
Okay. If my skills of lip reading are well, Ruddy just winced at the resonance disc and said, sure.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, okay. And it's not bad, again. I mean, it's going to be an easy stage 5 clear. You just, if you have a TP need, you have the teleport near the rocks. You can just shoot a few rocks every once in a while, and then boom, out goes the resonance. And I mean, the resonance disc will just miss everything.
Oh, yeah. It's famous for never landing his shot. It's going to steal his band clock as well when he cares about it the most.
Oh, you know what? Corny got? Okay. Hear me out. One long shot that Corny has to maybe get a chance of winning the slowdown. If there is a soulbound catalyst somehow, and Corny just gets it, 4 will-o-wisp, right? Only one with the FMP, right? With no capacitor. Just hoping for that. This is the prayer right here. Corny's gonna open this and be disappointed when it's resonance. But at least you get a couple resonance discs, so you can proc that during the mithrix fight if you do end up being stuck with that. Is that at least gonna get the alien head? That's gonna be huge movement, right?
Yeah, honestly, it's not a bad build.
There's a bloom.
Like, they have damage, they have bands. Or they have a band. Corny has not found the fire band yet.
There's a bloom.
There's a bloom?
Yeah, on Ruddy's screen right out of spawn. I almost wonder, like, if you're down, do you try and just take the bloom and, like, maybe your will-o-wisps on the commencement turn into, like, drone parts or stompers or something like that?
Like, if I'm Corny or bigdy here and I have a +5, and I think no one else has died on this one, if I feel like, you know, maybe, like, my death was my fault, or maybe I just feel like, you know, maybe someone else played it better, I probably take the bloom just to gamble it.
If I was Ruddy, I would definitely not take it. My build's already really good, and I am in no position to like panic.
Yeah.
Right. If you just play this run safe, you're chilling.
Like if Ruddy assumes everyone's found what he's found, everyone has 3 bands, everyone has capacity, everyone has shuriken, everyone's got like the gas and the will-o-the-wisp. I'd probably just never touch the bloom, just at all.
No, even if that was the case, right? If you're there's another band. Yeah, that's even more reason. Oh boy, I have 2 Renals, I have 2 Kajaro. It's going to be a little bit of a help for the other racers if they lead up that island up there a little bit more. Yeah, Corny got the bloom. I think that's the right call on Corny. Right, you gotta take the gamble. You gotta take a risk. You just gotta try something. Right, you're at 0 points, 2 loadouts in. You have a death. You're down 2 watches. You just gotta, and it's most likely not gonna pay off.
What do you even want it to hit? Like ideally, like in a perfect scenario, like what do you want to into here?
Drone parts, right? He has 2 healing drones, so those can survive. You get 2 drone parts, and we don't know what the stage 5 TP boss item is. Maybe it's like empathy cores, right? Like they'll be shooting super fast with that. Other things, Soulbound Catalyst on Ruddy or Corny specifically, right? 4 will-o-wisps. If you don't lose those and you get Soulbound, boom, huge damage. Now, obviously, you still have to fight a pillar skip, which is why Head Stompers is another really good option. Oh, okay. Well, you really want. Okay, you got to be careful not to make that Solus fly off the map. But now drone parts, Head Stompers, right? Soulbound. There's a lot of good options for Corny to have. Grandparent the stage 5 TP.
I think no one else found that gun either. So this is going to be a Corny exclusive Solus probe.
Yeah, there we go. Good discipline waiting for it to get up there.
That could be the difference right there. That could be what pushes Corny over to catch up in time.
At the very least, that gives you maybe a chance if it's a good roll, if it's a good play. You can maybe beat bigdywigdy, right? Who had the death. Right, maybe at least play for 1 point, maybe more if some of the people on the top mess up and die. I think it's going to be hard for Ruddy to die unless he like super duper pushes himself, but I think he's playing really chill, right? This is Mr. 5,000 win streak who just found a feather. Oh, but didn't pick up the feather. Still has a shift though. Uses it. Boom. Safe. It's going to be okay. Just a minor inconvenience. Could you imagine if you didn't have your shift and you just fell off a cliff like with a feather right there, right out of reach, and you just see...
I think oh man,
that would hurt.
That would hurt, man.
That's just a concede, quit, and stream.
That's like the classic get up and go take a break. Go outside. Stop playing the video game for a minute.
Planula.
Love to see it.
I'm pogging right now.
Do you remember the Dan emote, Planula?
I don't have the one. Is it still a thing? I know he like redid his emotes.
Yeah, I don't think that's still on his Twitch anymore, sadly.
Rest in peace.
I miss Planula every day.
All right. Yeah, look at that. One capacitor shot with bands, and the grandparent was already almost dead. I think the first one was a crit, though. The second one definitely finished him off, though, with just the fire band as well. Right, 2 extra fire bands. Big D doesn't have any extra bands, just has the one. And doesn't have the bloom or anything. I think Big D's in probably the most difficult spot in terms of trying to place. Corny's at least got something going, right?
Yeah.
Has the Solus probes, has the bloom, can maybe get empathy core or drone parts. Right, there's some good stuff we see there. We also see the resonance disc with the FMP. Now it's gonna be a bummer when those healing drones die. Oh wait, no, they're not in range. The healing drones are hidden. That's nice. That's good. We just saw a little bit of a bleed buildup as well. Oh no, they got it in the last second.
He loses 2 drones.
Surely this grandparent will be dead.
Ooh, this is a dangerous game he's playing.
For a little bit, he's actually in a safe spot. Yeah. Feather acquired for TyLore, and same with the fuel cell. TyLore does have double ice band. No fire bands, though, so gonna have that disadvantage up already.
I think the phase 4 skip could make the difference yet with the fire band.
Yeah.
Shuriken is found. It's nice. Did we see what's in request form on this stage?
Oh god, an empty bottle now for Corny. Corny almost dying from that hit from that brass contraption. Sorry for cutting you off there. Shipping request form this stage, I have not seen it personally. Who has one?
I know someone. I saw.
Oh, Ruddy has 2. TyLore has 1. And okay, everyone but Big D. There was another one in that try shop. Obviously, you want to have the fuel cell for an extra capacitor shot. No pillar skip, no safer spaces for these racers. And no, I want to see what that bloom is.
I know, I'm like excitedly watching Corny's screen to see what that bloom turns into.
Oh god, Corny actually take another hit from another bell. Ooh. Oh man. Oh. Taking very linear dodges. You gotta be careful being vertical against an enemy for too long. That can end with a hit happening. See, Ruddy and TyLore are both in sync pretty much. TyLore's a little bit ahead, but it's also like his stream is 5 seconds ahead.
I think Ruddy has a little bit more. No, Ruddy doesn't have the hoof. It's about.
Yeah, there's a hoof. There's no mochas though. I think it's just the hoof on. Oh wait, no, 1 mocha, 1 hoof.
1 mocha. So
versus
he's
2 mochas and
half
energy
a
drink.
hoof
Ruddy has faster movement
Oh
speed.
no.
I can just
Yeah,
see.
but he's got the energy
It's
drink.
just about caught up now. Big D now at
Ooh, 1
commencement as
damage
well.
short of killing the Wisp there with the capacitor on TyLore.
Just 1 M2 shot. Oh,
It's an APR.
AP rounds for single shipping form. Ruddy's going to have a completely different option. Might not be able to get that as a result. Even with having more, sometimes it's not always better.
Alright, Corny gets
Stompers.
headset.
Stompers. But lost band. Lost the bands. That hurts. Lost crit. So you got a pillar skip, though. You only got 1 death. The other racers have to do pillars. Hopefully the soup is bad if you're Corny.
What sucks is that he got ignition tanks as well. Imagine if he had the gas instead of losing it earlier to the Watch Runner.
You know what else sucks is double Nikahanas. If you, I mean, Corny's gonna have to do phase 4 unless there's a phase round skip.
Nukahana shouldn't be that bad. Oh, he has med kit.
Okay,
Never mind.
That's the thing. Right? Smartly didn't pick up the Plania left for that, or I guess not so smartly. You wanted to maybe pick that up. No, wait, no. It slows down your phase 4. In terms of healing, right, had a bungus and a med kit. Well,
okay, I think I take Planula just so I don't die in phase 2.
yeah. Not much movement speed there either. But you got Stompers, so phase 2 thankfully isn't going to be a problem. Right, Corny just has the 1 mocha. It's just going to be able to go. There's an attack speed printer, soldier syringe.
Does he have a way to stomp in phase 2 effectively?
There was Quail on stage 5, but Corny took the feather instead. In terms of stomping, is there any sort of trimp you can do with slide with Stompers?
I don't think so, because slide doesn't really get too much upwards momentum. Roll, yes, which is weird to say that roll would be better right now, but it would be.
Wait, no, it doesn't give you an extra velocity. It gives you a set velocity.
Oh,
with
does
Stompers, yeah. I was thinking maybe with slide, like tripping off the ramp or something.
You guys going to do what he just did. He got launched up by the Wisp minigun for a more effective stomp.
LOL. I know taking some curse from that though.
Should be able to get the APR here at least. Never mind, doesn't go for the request form at all. I'm gonna go straight for the safety of falling down and skipping.
There's a Dio's soup. Oh man, look at all those syringes though. 7 syringes on Ruddy. 4 syringes on TyLore. I mean, that's really good.
I guess, yeah, you don't really need the res disc or the alien head on Ruddy, huh? Really good to get the 7 syringes right away.
Yeah. We now see Corny walking all the way over here just to do a stomper skip. I guess you wanna look for bands. There could be a band of that rusted shuriken.
You know, band would have been nice, but Shuriken's not the worst. It's another like 100% damage on top of the, I want to say, one Shuriken's 400%, right?
Yeah, and then you get like an extra 100% per, so that's 500 per shot. I think it's a smart play for Corny to look for soups, right? Losing the band, you're not really getting much damage. To be able to find Quail, to be able to find bands, like for this Hail Mary of a setup that Corny went for, right? Doesn't really have any of that there. And we'll go for a Stomper Skip. Now, in turn, you don't need like the Giga movement speed, to what I know with Stomper Skips. Yeah, you just go straight up.
Yeah, you just hold space, right? And
Yeah.
you should just do it.
And is actually able to catch up a little bit real time. The first one in the arena, as Big D falls off the map. Needs a time to shift. I think that's well. Yeah, I was looking at the lines, and doesn't die from that. We're really close. Going to have to go to Blood Pillars. Oh, Big D.
Blood Pillars with not much damage reduction. Actually, I think no damage reduction. I think.
Big D's gonna get cursed. Big D's gonna at least have Planula to heal off of, but. Again, what we saw last time, Big D went to Blood Pillars, if you don't have Giga damage, right, every 10 seconds, like 7 seconds or so, there's just going to be a new enemy. And there's going to be more enemies and more enemies and more enemies. And Big D's just still sitting in here, sitting in the Blood Pillars. Right, gets hit once by that Perfected and it will instantly die. Needs to make sure that this is fast, that this is quick. The clock is ticking. And Big D needs to get points here. If TyLore ends up getting in first place, right, being the furthest ahead in the Mithrix fight, Ruddy's still doing a pillar. If TyLore gets it first, it's pretty much over for Big D.
Yeah, like they would need to get a first place on loadout 4 and hope that TyLore doesn't do great.
Like Big D would have to look for bonus points, straight up, just outright. If Corny beats him and gets ahead, and we're probably gonna see another death with his Blood Pillar attempt, with his Soul Pillar attempt. Like, why doesn't Big D just ever go to soup? Right now we see another slide off the map as Ruddy takes a death.
Oh,
during Soul Pillars.
That perfected orb, man.
Oh my god. And now
and
for
it's looking
TyLore.
like a TyLore fest. It's TyLore's game to win.
And for Corny to maybe get in second place. Maybe not exactly the best, and maybe for Corny could try to deny a bonus point on TyLore. Well, I mean, if TyLore gets a bonus point, right, you need to hope that Ruddy just... Because if you're Corny, right, you get double bonus points next loadout. That brings you up to 7 if you get in second. It's going to need TyLore to die. Which, I mean, it could happen.
TyLore ever, like, TyLore, they got feathered. It could happen. They don't have much damage reduction.
Big D died at Soul Pillars. And just bit the bullet, took a couple capacitor shots. Has to deal with this golem, doesn't have any way to stun it. Doesn't have any drones.
Like claiming 2 lives.
Oh, the golem killed itself. It jumped off a cliff. Okay.
Oh,
the golem is cheering for Big D and says, "Here you go. You died. That's already enough. I'm sorry for your death. That really sucks. Let me just... I'll go rob someone else. I'm sorry." But in terms of looking for upsets here, right? These risk of resources, man, they're built different. Now, obviously, one of them has to go at the end of this race here, and Big D might still have the chance to be able to pull an upset against Corny. But we also know Big D to be like really, really good. And Corny, of course, I mean, you beat him, yeah, but or maybe, right? Corny could still beat Big D. We'll see in the loadout 4, but. You know, Corny just had a 2-week break, hasn't been playing as much, so maybe not up to 100% or even like 70%. So what we see at the maybe some of the other racers up at the top have been doing a lot of practice, even Big D doing a lot of practice as well. Right, this new generation of racers who are
very
just,
determined. They're very what's the term for it? Dedicated.
Yeah, and just new to it, just really enjoying doing these runs, enjoying learning and going faster, finding new ways, new techs. Oh man, imagine if those stompers just came from anything else, you know, or if you had the fire bands.
Holy.
What tech?
Head tech.
Huh?
It's the cap tech where you stand on Mithrix's head.
Oh, where was that on?
Ruddy.
Was doing it for a little bit.
Yeah, if you stand on Mithrix's head.
Yeah, he just stands still, but the problem is if you have a drone or something like that, then it just goes for the drones.
You have a missile drone, it'll break it.
You can at least stand on his head and like get a little bit of safety.
He also struggles
oh, but it's aggroed on you. So until the drone aggroes, yeah, you can get a little bit of that. That's definitely convenient. Sadly, no like focus crystals or anything of the sort to be able to pull that off.
Although the 7 syringes with the bleed is still pretty high value. Just getting Mithrix to stand still and eat hits.
Oh, it's mid-phase 1. Okay, well, I haven't watched the video yet, so I'm sorry. I don't need... I guess I gotta to look up into that a little bit more. I'm gonna be casting here, huh? Brandon, did you watch the video?
I did. I saw though recently someone was testing stuff with head tech and got it to it without Chronobobble. Typically you need, or not Chronobobble, Tentabobble to get him back to being stuck.
Interesting. Yeah, I know it's like, it sounds like one of those techniques, from what I've heard, where if you try to pull it off and like it won't actually work, then it can kind of turn into one of those +5 techs, kind of like soldering with the saw tech. Right, so you got to be careful. You got to be consistent with it. It can, from what I've heard, it's not really super consistent or like well down as it stands.
Ooh, pizza. TyLore being able to cleave through this pizza should be fine, honestly.
Yeah, TyLore actually already almost done with the fight while Ruddy's still just on phase 2. But here comes a hammer swing. Okay. That was really close with TyLore. TyLore does not have really any... No, it has a couple ways of skipping phase 4. So we see...
Even if
3
they don't skip phase 4,
shurikens.
they do have capacity, right? Should be fine.
What you do here is you wait for Mithrix to finish up. You get him down to like 100 health. And then you just try to line him up with a shuriken. Oh, I think it was like a crit shuriken or something like that. Seeing some Nukahana skulls coming out of Corny, actually.
You can see the capacitive value he had during phase 4. And unless some type of grubbing happens after the escape here, I think we're going to see a TyLore phase.
Yeah, it's looking to be. Right, that one death on Ruddy, and still deathless. I mean, there are the orbs. TyLore needs to be careful not to eat any shurikens, not to hit any orbs from Mithrix. And there's capacitor. Okay, it's fine.
Oh, there's the quick capacitor. Yeah.
Clutch.
That'll do it. Ruddy getting Mithrix completely stationary, though, for a bit. I really love seeing the head tech, because it just looks so silly, just seeing someone stand on top of
Well,
Mithrix.
you see, Mithrix is just so full of himself, he never looks up to anyone, really.
Yeah, he refuses to look up to you, you know?
Yeah. He bows to
how
no
he
one.
is his only hero.
He's the king of nothing. For a reason.
Well, you know, Mithrix is just a true gamer, you know? Gamers never look up.
Huh?
You know, it's like the saying, gamers never look up.
I never heard that.
Oh,
yeah, I'm a gamer.
It's from, like, Halo and stuff.
Oh, okay.
People never looked up.
I believe it, I believe it.
Breezy gets it. Everyone knows the first rule of FPS gamers is that they never look up.
Okay, well, to be fair, right, in terms of hearing stuff, you can never really distinguish between up and down in video games.
Well, Corny, dangerously close to dying.
Yeah. Corny needs to be careful. Corny can still get in 3rd place here as Ruddy, you know, is caught up, had better damage, right, with the double band, quadruple band with the capacitor, right? Corny's just struggling to be alive. At 189 curse, still has half of phase 3 to go. Right, might get a little bit of a break, and it's probably still going to be able to get in 3rd place as Big D is about to take death number 3, takes death number 3. Ruddy will be able to deny 1 bonus point from Corny if he doesn't die. And there's the phase 4 skip. Nicely done for Ruddy. Again, just took a little bit too much time. Took that death. Is shooting Mithrix in a very intimate way. There we go.
Oh man, that death on the Soul Pillar was really unfortunate.
Yeah. You know, this could be a situation where we could be looking at, you know, no bonus points here for TyLore and maybe a slight chance for Big D or Corny to have some sort of comeback, as we see Corny taking death number 2 as both racers are going to be exchanging deaths left and right for a little bit for the time being. We see a first place time 43:42. Well done.
Pretty consistent times from TyLore today. We had the 40-minute on the dot with the 43. I forget what the first loadout was time-wise, but it was around 35-ish or slightly below.
Yeah, all really good runs for TyLore, right? We just had that first loadout with a couple deaths in there, right? Ended up getting a third as Big D took a loadout on him, but right, this is a 4 loadout race for a reason, right? There's no more easy mistakes or just the better racer slipped up once, so I can end up squeaking a win as Corny actually ended up sliding into that hammer, right? Both of these racers need to be careful not to tilt too much. If Big D can get third place, I think there's still a small chance, right? That's something good.
Yeah, if Big D pulls out a third here and they get a bonus point, I think they can do it.
I think it's gonna need to be a double bonus.
Yeah. It's possible, you know. Yeah. There's been less crazy things happening in races.
All right. We got the truth in here with us now. Welcome in, TyLore. Congratulations on your first place win. Congratulations on your bonus point. I do believe you are secured with that. Wait, let me check standings. Let's see. Standings, let's see. That puts you at 8 points. Puts Ruddy at 9. So it's not secured for you yet. I think Big D has to get in first place. Or in third place here, and then needs to get a double bonus with you getting in last, I think, for anything to happen, TyLore. So it's looking pretty safe for you. You are at least guaranteed a bonus round or a tie-breaking round.
Okay, nice.
Tell us about the run. How'd it go?
Dude, this run sucked. I'm gonna be for real. Like, capacitor bans, and that's kind of all that was there for damage.
Yeah,
and
we saw
bleed and a lot of AoE.
You missed 2 fire bans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and actually, let's go ahead and bring in the fire ban expert here. So we get Ruddy over. Move to the booth. Welcome in, Ruddy. Welcome, welcome.
Hello.
So, yes, the unfortunate death happened with the Soul Pillars. Thankfully, that wasn't the losing cause for you. You still are looking to be 100% guaranteed second place for this loadout. And at that puts you at, I believe, 9 points. So you are guaranteed a slot in the semifinals. Congratulations.
Yay.
As for Big D,
congrats.
Big D needs to do the rest of this phase 3 without dying in order to have any chance of advancement.
All right.
Needs to be Corny, I should say. And if Corny dies during phase 3, right, a little bit more of a chance. So Corny gets to have an opportunity to play spoiler here with that. Let's see if Corny can do it here at phase 4 at 100 health. It's kind of sniping mithrix from afar. Needs to be careful with the drones. The trajectory of the bullets can be kind of unpredictable. Headstoppers was from the benthic balloon, by the way.
Oh, what was lost from?
It was bands, specifically Renaud's. Corny's at 2 health.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Ooh,
Big D is 2 health away from having a chance, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Or at least from having an opportunity to be able to have an extra life. Oh my god. Corny surviving at 2 HP. Still alive, still having to run away from the empathy cores, though.
Oof. Grazing that orb, really
close. And while all this is happening in phase 4, Big D just dodging pizza after pizza. Still has a little bit to go in the Mithrix fight. Might be able to pull us off anyway. Alright, thankfully at least there was a feather despite the lack of movement speed, as Corny again goes down to 17 health. Jesus Christ. Hold on. Okay, Shuriken's back, but here comes the beam again, down to 12 health. Corny survives, though, at 40 HP. Oh my god. 3 different times we saw Medkit just come and Giga Clutch. Keep in mind, Mithrix had Nukahana's opinion that whole time. So could not play it close if Mithrix got too close to Corny, would be instant death.
Those Soulless probes made that so much more nerve-wracking than it had to be.
Yeah. And as for Big D, right, needs to not die, needs to finish this fight before Corny finishes charging the ship. It's going to be tough, I think, already down to half health. This Big D needs to survive these pizzas and all these enemies just building up. Right, we could
Corny
be seeing
could
death.
Still die to Global Pizza. He's pretty low.
Oh, that is true. But with all these orbs, now down to 74 health from being eliminated, there's death. Corny is subject to be able to get in 3rd place, assuming he doesn't die. And if that wasn't bad enough, oh, Big D can still maybe squeak by if a grubbing incident happens. Right, at 6 deaths, Corny maybe not feeling the best, might have a little bit too much focused on those deaths, gets hit there by a Void Reaver shot.
Took away his opal, it could happen.
We'll see.
Opal's back.
Phase 4 now done, or Phase 3 done for Big D. Corny needs to finish the ship charge without dying. Oh my god, 2 health, 17 health, 30 health, 40 health, like 5 different times, just was 1 shot away from death, and still hung on. Is going to be able to get a point here in this race, at least. And in terms of fighting for 3rd, right, if this is, oh, it's hit, okay. If Corny can finish charging this, right, gets a point, there's a chance, right, for Corny to get in 3rd place. So maybe be able to fight for a few extra dollars. At the very least, if not being able to advance. As for Big D, we'll need to try to... Oh my god, down to 20 health, gets hit by a wall, and yet again, Medkit saves the day. 97, 98, just needs to land without dying, does not die, survives. There was like 10 different times where Corny should have died there. Oh my god. 8106, the final time, that'll do it.
That
well
was
done.
Really close to being another +5 there. That would have been heart-wrenching.
Yeah. Well, heart-wrenching is that for Big D, right? Needed that to happen. And we'll get the news soon enough. As they're sliding over, we'll go ahead and see that time there for Corny in just a bit.
Honestly, props to Corny for keeping it cool doing that. I would have freaked out after like the 4th time getting knocked that low.
Corny.
What up?
Welcome in. So you were the only one to get the bloom.
No.
Is Big D about to die again? No, okay. Time save huge.
The high roll, but like, yeah.
Yeah, got the high roll, but at what cost, right? Losing the I believe was it crit and bands?
Yep.
And then I mean you had the stompers, but it was kind of hard to use it.
Yeah. If anything for the skip, I mean, one of those days, sir. Cannot make a right decision. Got the watches, lost the watches because I played fancy with the Doomstrider. Gave up the gas for a watch, which was broken immediately after that. Find the ignition tank. Wound up going for the FMP. I don't know if there was anything else to be done on that, you know?
Yeah, so there was a royal capacitor. I believe, what was it, stage 2 or stage 3? I think it was
stage 3
stage...
the multi-shop.
Yeah, stage 3. And then there were 2 fire bands and 2 ice bands that the racers were able to get. At least Ruddy got the fire bands. Everyone else, obviously, the 1 ice band from the TP on stage 1, I think, and then the I think there was another one right next to the benthic bloom.
Was there any more bleed anywhere?
No, I think it was just the 1.
Just the 1.
I was trying so hard
Absurd.
to find some.
Man, 2 bleed is such a huge difference from just 1. You have one bleed, it's like, whatever, it's nothing. Like, maybe I can proc death mark or something.
I was sort of stacking with one, but yeah.
I saw it, yeah, because 7 syringes. There was a syringe soup, which is pretty huge there. I'll actually go ahead with get that time in there. Corny, congratulations, you at least do get a point for that.
Thank you, sir. I mean, at this point, the point, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. Here, let's get Big D in there. Yo, welcome in, Big D.
Hello.
So, unfortunately, with those deaths, 1 death too many. You got in 4th place. TyLore got a bonus point. Ruddy was not able to prevent that, so as it stands in terms of standings, both you and Corny, I believe, have been officially eliminated from the semifinals.
Dang.
However, it's not too late because between the two of you, you still fight for 3rd place. 3rd place does, I think, you get like $5 or $6 more. So there's a little bit to still go on for.
Okay.
Want to tell us about the run a little bit, Big D?
I don't know how to play Commando. This is just didn't really have too much besides the capacitor ice band. That was like my main damage.
Yeah.
Beyond that, was there anything major that I missed?
So there was another ice band next to the Void Cradle at the way top of the map on stage 5. There were 2 fire bands throughout the run as well that Ruddy found. One was at Wetland Aspect. I'm not sure where the other one was.
Yeah, finding those would have helped a lot.
Yeah, other than that, obviously the Will-O-Wisp printer, there was a scrapper next to that, so that could have helped getting to the moon. Obviously the Mithrix fight itself was kind of tough. Movement speed was a real drag. There was an energy drink and a goat hoof throughout the map, or throughout the run, that you ended up missing.
Yeah, just missed too many of those, and it kind of accumulated.
I mean, the most any racer had in terms of speed, I think, was just Ruddy, who had 2 mochas and the drink, right? No one had, like, all of the speed items, so speed was a struggle for everyone. Benthic Bloom, if picked up, would take away your ice bands and crit, and I forget what else, but it would turn it into Stompers and Nakahana's Opinion.
Oh.
So, not the most.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was a huge play, but at what cost? Sadly, Corny was the one that went for it, and it kind of paid off.
Yeah, beat me, so.
Yeah. But we still, hey, we still got one loadout. It's not too late here. I'll go ahead and give the updated standings so I can let you know what's to fight for. As Ruddy is at 9 points, TyLore is at 8. Between the two of you, you can try and see who can be first place overall, just for bragging rights. For you, Big D, you're at 3 points, and Corny is at 1. So Corny, if it's a tie between 3rd and 4th place, then it'll go down to number of deaths and average time per run, the old tiebreakers that we used during the league.
Okay.
But there is something in terms of chance to earn a little bit more, so I'll at least leave that there. We got loadout 4, which I believe is Bandit. It's not a very good Bandit loadout, but it's Bandit, and any Bandit loadout is far better than some of the stuff we've seen today. As for the stages, we've got Abandoned Aqueducts, we've got Verdant Falls, so should be a little bit more happy, a little bit more fun, a little bit more relaxing to kind of end the day out. So, that being said, is there anything anyone would like to add about the loadout, or are we good to go?
Yeah, good luck, gents. Let's finish this off. Should be good.
All right,
Let's go.
good luck, everyone.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Look.
All right. There we go. I actually accidentally moved Ruddy over to... I feel so bad for these racers today. Like, all of the... Like, you saw with Corny... Or not with Corny. With Cap and and Faku, Waterholic, and Lurky, where it's just all these like 30-minute easy runs where there's everything immediately. It's just like cookie clicker essentially, as Waterholic put it. You know what's funny? Big D never turned down the Gamma. If you thought Verdant Falls was bad enough. Let's go, let's go. Oh yeah, that's a corn 1 light. Or corny light. There's no 1 in there. Yeah, corn light.
I love corn light.
Corn light's legit.
And when Corn Light Fest happened, it was phenomenal.
I wasn't there for it.
It's a beautiful moment.
Jade Elephant found in Ruddy right before the TP. We know it's Stone Titan. Stone Titan appears here, I do believe, 50% of the time.
Actually, you know, it's not over for Big D. Yeah, if they do, hitting TP instantly on stage 1, if they do manage to get 2 bonus points yet, and TyLore goes in
oh
last,
my god,
we could see a tiebreaker.
Yeah, I'm dumb. Wait, how many points did TyLore have prior? Did he have... What are the times?
TyLore had, I want to say 3...
Did TyLore have 5 points? I might have only given...
How many points did TyLore have before last loadout?
43, 42. Yeah, because TyLore should have gotten 4 points from that. Was TyLore only at 4? No, he was only at 4. Yeah, it's not too late. It's not too late if Big D gets in first place, and TyLore gets in dead last, and Big D gets double bonus. There's still a chance for Big D. Okay, I'm dumb.
Happen.
I'm dumb. Look at me go.
Also, Feather stage 1 TP is kind of hype.
Oh yeah, Mountain Shrine hit on Big D right out the gate.
Hit it right away. Played it out with lights out. Crazy. Honestly, respect the confidence to go for that.
Yeah, actually, Breach, because I gave misinfo on that, or any of the refs can go ahead and then just like let TyLore know that there is a chance for tiebreak. Just I don't want to make that influence the way they play negatively. And same with Big D, let them know that if they do get the double bonus. If there's any refs, just let me know if you're doing that. So I feel like that'd be like if I'm like, oh well, I've already lost, so. Or it's like, oh, I'm fine. You have like an incident of tortoise and hare. Oh, yeah, so what I was saying, let TyLore know that he's not like fully safe yet or secured. And let Big D know that he can still get in first place if he gets double bonus.
There's a chance for a 5th loadout here. It could happen.
Yeah, because apparently I don't know that 3 + 5 = 8. Alright. We see Big D actually at loadout, or stage 2, the first one here, there's a Void Seed.
Void Seed could be huge.
Just chilling. Just going at it. I don't hate Big D's play either. I mean, if you just gotta go all in, right?
Like if you're going into it knowing that you gotta play for like a high placement right now, just go for it.
All right, there's a Brain Stocks on stage 1 that was missed by Big D. There's a Ocular HUD, Jade Elephant. You see Plasma Shrimp.
Plimp is really good. Plimp is gonna be very, very helpful here.
Yeah.
You might even see people skip the Plimp, because while the Void Seed's good, a lot of the time I notice racers tend to just go buy Void Seeds.
There's Plasma Shrimp, there's Needle Tick. I mean, Big D's got to be careful. Okay, I think they're letting him know now. Okay. Of the situation, making sure everything's all good. Maybe they already know. I'm really bad at math, and hopefully Big D's like, oh, well, I would have played differently. Who knows? We'll see. Okay, now Big D is aware of the situation, and it's not over yet for Big D. Was informed by, I believe, Mayan. Shout out. We'll now let TyLore know. We'll call the timeout and just let him know he's all good to go. Okay, man, there's a lot of void cradles.
Yeah, we had a triple cradle void seed, one away from a perfect seed.
I gotta look out for the Lemurian. Gotta also look out for those infestors. Okay, it's safe now. So it's like when you top health, like as soon as you get to 50%, you just like open up a cradle, and then
the infested jumps you.
Yeah, that's always the worst. It's gonna be really easy for Ruddy to clear that out, and same with TyLore.
Yeah, the brain stocks.
Yeah. We also see that they both have Jade Elephant. Up
Jade
on the top.
Elephant is
500
so
armor. So you get 500 armor from Jade Elephant, which is really good because if you make any mistake, you're like, oh no, I'm gonna die, or like, oh, why did I shift into a bunch of Elder Memorians as mercenary or something like that? Totally not calling anyone out on that, but if you have Jade Elephant, right, and you already have really good damage, you already have really good everything. It's a get out of jail free card. Enemies have to do like 6 times the damage that they would normally do in order to kill you.
I think if Buddy gets one more fuel cell here, he could just host skip with the Jellyphant as well.
Oh, with Wungus? Oh no, you're not saying.
No, I believe.
Yeah, double Wungus on Big D even. Wait, if any of the racers at top, like if they get enough healing, they get like a couple fuel cells or something, that could happen.
Be a pretty exciting host skip to see.
Yeah, specifically, I think only Ruddy. It's only Ruddy has the fuel cell. Good call. Good call.
Looks like everyone's gonna find the sticky bomb. Hopefully. So white question mark in that multi-shop was fireworks. Good to know. Everyone else took the fungus, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah. Maybe do you think they maybe were thinking specifically of that, or are they just thinking more healing? It's good.
I think it was just they saw the void cradles had no healing and were like, yeah, I'll take the bungus.
Okay.
Because at least in the case of Big D, they took the bungus, used it to buy the Wungus cradle. I think Corny picked up the Wungus and then got the bungus because it's just healing.
Wait, are there 2 different Wungus cradles? No,
there's just, okay. Yeah, there's just the one Wungus. Just there's one bungus in a multi-shop.
Yeah, Corny actually needs to go back and finish off that Void Seed. That will speed things up a little bit, right? We saw Big D was actually like, yeah, that's right, there was a bungus. Big D was AFK, just chilling. Or not AFK, but like had to stand still for 20 seconds with a single bungus. Double bungus, though. Right, you can just Well, oh wait, no, the bungus just straight
on here.
Oh, Prion? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, 820. They have time for it.
And it's right next to TP. Oh my god, that's perfect. What a close teleport. Like, right on spawn. And Big D gets it, and it's like, okay.
The stars are aligning. It could happen.
I've got this, and you don't want to hug this. You don't want this to be a Prion hug, and Big D knows that. Get those tendrils in there. There's no adaptive armor on Clay Dune Striders. It's not going to do any less. If you have no crowbar, if you have no bands, just, well, go for it.
I probably would have held it just till the Dune Strider was like maybe missing a quarter health and go for it.
Well, the suck can be nice sometimes. It pulls a bunch of enemies in, so it makes them, and then makes them a lot easier to hit.
Yeah, I guess it'd be really helpful for all the pests right now as well.
Yeah, there's like this bell curve of like, how much do you appreciate the suck of a Dune Strider? When you're new to the game, you have no idea how the Clay Dune Strider works. You're like, what the hell? It's just getting all of its health back all the time. I have no idea what's going on. And you're like, man, Clay Dune Striders are the worst boss ever, which they are still actually pretty bad with the oil orbs that are super duper fast with Eclipse. And they're super terrifying. Right. But eventually, when you're speedrunning, like specifically, it's like, man, there is this just blazing, I don't know, bison, there's this stone golem, just whatever it may be, right?
Yeah.
If I could just hit this Dune Strider down, just pull it in, and then I could just easily take it down. It's not gonna move weird. It's not gonna jump. It's a little bit of a crowd control in itself.
No, I think I've like there's like the graph of at the beginning you hate Dune Strider. The more you play the game, the less you hate it. But I think I looped all the way back around to I hate Dune Striders again because there've been so many times where they pull like a golem, and because of the pull adding to its momentum, it blasts me.
Oh god. Yeah. I'm curious to see like with the DLC 2 coming around, if we'll see any of like the DLC enemies on any of the stages. I mean, we know that's gonna be like Child on Sky Meadow.
We know there's a Child. They showed off like this cool like mini WEM Sentry thing.
Yeah, and they're posting this on the Twitter. I'm sorry, spoilers. We're not gonna speak too much of it more, but I mean it's pretty well known at this point. They're putting it on their Twitter.
Yeah,
it's no leak. It's no leak anymore. It's just there.
You see, they posted a new one today.
I'll take a look at that one later. Okay, tell me what is it? What is it?
Oh, what is it? It's just it's in RD skin.
Oh, didn't they already post that? They posted like okay. I'm sorry. I know we're casting right now, and I know this is like a super intense fifth loadout where Big D needs to get in first place with double bonus points, and TyLore needs to get in last, and Corny needs to try and beat Big D. Right, all sorts of things going on there. But what are with some of those trailer videos? Like, it's the camera shakes so much you can't even see what's going on. It's like super intense, and they like took their like. I guess maybe it's the normal Risk of Rain gaming experience. If you pause your game, go to screen shake, and put that all the way up to 1.0.
You know, I turned mine off completely. My screen shake.
Is that why you died to elders?
Maybe.
Okay. Oh yeah, Ruddy has wings.
Ooh.
I don't hate that.
Wings are pretty exciting. That's a free skip. I think I would have kept the Jellyfin, honestly, though.
Okay, new head tech. Knowers. Can you just like use wings and then land on Mithrix and then just spam your serrated dagger as bandit? Is that a play?
Yeah.
Okay, I think we'll probably see that from Ruddy. Ruddy was practicing that. We saw that a little bit earlier. I wouldn't be surprised.
I wonder if head tech's gonna stay legal because it's kind of insane.
You know, I don't really know. I think whatever. I'm either way. I mean, the way things are going, people are kind of wanting ramp cheese in some ways. People are wanting all sorts of weird stuff. It's a new world. I don't know.
Yeah, things are different.
I really don't know. As for now, I mean, like, I didn't say anything against it leading up to now. I think there's a little bit of effort. It's not like a 100% like outside of phase 1, which is pretty boring anyway. Who knows? We'll see what the future brings us. But as of now, here in the hosting league, it's fine. By hosting league 2, we'll have a couple months, like a few months. We'll definitely know by then.
Yeah, we'll have time
what the racers' consensus is on it. But yeah, it's one of those things you have to see.
It'll definitely, as time passes, you know, people troubleshoot the tech more, and we'll see the true power of head tech as time passes.
I just wish I could stand on top of a pillar, and then the pillar just like somehow secretly launches me into the Mithrix arena. Can I like find that?
God, that'd be awesome. Just not even have to worry about pillar skipping ever again. Just some random innate tech. I know, I think the craziest vision that we saw in any race host was one time someone used the, what are they called? Design pillar for the extra momentum on Railgunner to get this skip.
That was actually a skip designed by me.
There we go.
And Corny did it. I think a few other people done it. You need, I think it's like 4 hooves worth of speed as opposed to like 7.5 or something like that.
And credit card in
or
the
hooves.
adaptive chest there on Big D.
You need like 3.5 syringes worth or something like that. Or it's like 4 depending on which design pillar you get. And that's without cryo charge. I think cryo charge saves you like a couple extra mochas.
Well, cryo charge doesn't matter. You can just always skip with cryo charge.
Yeah. No, I'm assuming that's assuming you don't have the mines. Anyways, how's this run going? We see Plasma Shrimp popped up earlier as TyLore finds wings, as Big D does not have wings. Big D needs some form of like spaces and movement speed. is just gonna try and pre-on hug mithrix. It looks to be the strategy as a sort of a Hail Mary, the first one to stage 5. No family event of any sort. Missed wings by 1 item. Oh no.
Ooh. That's well. So I don't know what happened to my Discord, just reset.
Oh, welcome back. There's a medkit printer. Let's go.
Yo, medkit! I love medkit.
I love medkit too. Dude, medkit's been like the MVP today.
Yeah, actually.
Medkit's the reason why
We're
Corny.
seeing a lot of PSG.
Right, Corny has a point on because of medkit. Right, never died during that phase 4. We saw it on TyLore. Right, medkit coming in clutch as well. All sorts of cool stuff.
That adaptive is gonna sit in my mind. It had laser scope and card and wings in it.
Okay, I knew about the wings. Laser scope though, as bandit.
Yeah, that was a laser
scope. Oh my
scope.
god, dude.
It literally went laser scope into card, like back to back. It was wild.
Where was it at? Oh, rusted key by the way. Good sharp
it
band. On TP.
It was middle next to the tree on Sundered Grove.
Okay. So I mean, we can still see it on TyLore or Corny. Right, we do know about the narrative between Big D and TyLore, but there's also the one with Corny and Big D, right? If Corny can do, I think Big D has a little bit less deaths than Corny, so has the tiebreaker on that in terms of placement. But if Corny gets 3 points more than Big D, right? Big D just does really, really bad, right? Doesn't have the wings. So Corny has Corny has his wings.
Yeah, Corny's got wings.
Right, hasn't died yet. Has that chance to maybe pull through. We'll see. Right, Ruddy is already on the TP is stage 5. Ruddy's kind of playing the role of spoiler in terms of like, you guys have all your little things, but I'm just gonna get in first place and ruin everyone's day. Boom. And there's death. Oh no. Death number 1 for Big D. Big D, who again needed double bonus points and TyLore to get in last place.
That is heartbreaking. Although there is still hope, because Big D does have a lot of focus crystals. I saw Big D going for head tech during the last Mythics fight. So if they land it with these Fistals, it could be pretty huge for a time save. But that is a very rough death.
Yeah. Yeah. I know Big D does know about head tech. The problem is with head tech is trying to set it up, right?
Oh yeah. Biggest issue is
like how much movement speed? Do you see how much movement speed Big D has?
Not much.
A mocha. Like, come on.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with that?
Obviously, they'll find a vase this stage, I believe.
Yeah.
I believe in the RNG gambit.
All right, even if you do find the vase, there's an interstellar desk plant on Corny. Where was that from?
Not
I
sure.
don't know, but Corny's really confident. Is like, all right, I got an IDP. Let's do this. Right, Corny does need to get at least 2 points more than Big D, and then maybe not die if Big D dies a lot, and it's not by 3 points for Corny. Right, has that chance of being able to get in third overall. Should be a pretty big victory, I'd say. Oh, and it might happen here as Big D is about to take death number 2.
Yep, there is a fire band on stage 5.
There it is. The Zai construct just kind of popped out of thin air. Oh, it's a desk plant from the adaptive chest. Was that the same adaptive that had laser scope and everything?
The adaptive has so much in it. What the hell?
The interstellar desk plant. They just see red. Which, I mean, there is some nice things about getting, like, you see a red, take a red, because there's white soup, right? If there's like a watch soup or a hoof, mocha, energy drink, AP round, you name it, if it's in there, right?
I think there's a good white soup right now, like in Corny's position, I think. Does Corny have the... No, Corny doesn't have the brain stocks, never mind.
TyLore does, though.
TyLore will get the IDP.
Yeah. They both have it. There's another focus crystal printer. And again, just look at the item count difference between like Big D. Big D is like, okay, I just got to go super fast. Every item has to be super good, and I'm gonna just win by 10 minutes. Or is that 3 deaths now?
You hate to see it, honestly.
And at a point like this, I mean, you got to be real careful. If Corny plays well, right? Are you really gonna get that double bonus points in advance on, or no? You can't just settle for third. You gotta double down.
Yeah, you gotta go for it.
You gotta get into it. Yeah, take those focus crystals. Here we go on the moon. Is Ruddy with the wings?
Ruddy is going to decimate Mithrix. He's got the Fistals, he's got the Plimp, he's got Needle.
Oh, he's definitely doing the tech.
Yeah, he's
definitely
doing
it. This right here, what you see right here, Cran. Right, there's been no risk of resources races since that tech's been discovered. And like, you know, it's still up in the air. Some people are for it, some people are against it. This right here is gonna be like the footage that they like pass back and forth of like, it should be banned, or this is so cool.
Hey, glad to see it's Fest.
Yeah,
I'd say close to optimal use build wise.
We're gonna see it right here. Here we go.
He's gonna have it off cooldown to get to the middle in time as well.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited, host. I'm excited watching.
Wait, he's waiting for 40 seconds though. Is it really worth 40 seconds? Is it that good?
Surely, right? If he gets the with no drones, if he gets the full cycle, right?
I guess so. There's no drones in there. That's true. Okay, I mean, the clock's ticking. I wouldn't necessarily. I guess the idea is you're gonna do double damage to the focus crystals.
Yeah, I see the vision. I see the vision.
And then you have hemorrhage, right? So you can just spam that because you have dagger. If you had the shiv, maybe not as much, but okay, here we go.
In my brain's saying like he saves like 20 seconds total by waiting these 40 seconds if he lands.
And he has to like he could also mess it up. Okay, no, he's on it. He's on it. I think. We'll see. Here it goes.
No, he got it. He got it. Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, no way.
Okay. So we'll just stand on Mithrix's head. Mithrix looks up to no one, as we know. We'll just kind of chill out there.
And
here's your game. Here's your game, Gearbox. This is what we've got it down to at this point. Hashtag risk of resources.
It works beautifully. Look at that damage. Look at him whittle him down.
You're just getting bullied. look how just invigorated Ruddy is right now. Like, oh man, this is high octane. He's got the music just blasted. Like, yeah. No, he's not. He's chilling. He's bored. When's phase 2? Ruddy thinks. I've already won.
Dude,
there's no way I can lose this.
As a cucumber.
And that's done.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
All that hemorrhage there. Oh, I've seen that. Any full loot run. So that's huge. I don't know if that was worth the 40 seconds. We'll see.
I think that was a time save. Surely that was a time save.
I don't know. I mean, I think definitely with the focus crystals getting into full crit. I'll say it. I'll say it is. I mean, think about the time like Mithrix is going up and down. And you're not always just going to crit. Like, what movement speed does Ruddy have? 2 red whips and an energy drink? You're not always going to have that red whip speed on? Ruddy needs to not die during phase 2, though, right? Might be feeling a little bit cocky after that tech is outstanding in the open. There's 1 wisp left.
Question is, will Ruddy go for the phase 3 variant?
I don't think so. If you mess that up, I mean, one, it's like random or something like that. I don't know. I know some people have been able to pull it off, but I also know, at least from what I've read and backlogs and stuff, it's like, maybe that's something you always want to go for.
It's definitely a gamble, especially with ads existing.
I'll say this, if there's one person I know who will try to find the most boring cheese ever, right? Okay, this is the person who ramp cheeses in his win streaks. All right, I'll just say that. I'll leave it at there. If anyone is going to try and pull it off, it's going to be Ruddy. Here we go. Yep. It's getting right back in. And
does he nail it?
Yeah. Got it for a little bit.
Nails
That's
it.
good. That's good.
Good free damage though. Can't complain. Get 10th of Mithrix's health for nothing, pretty much.
Yeah. Right, what do we see over at TyLore? TyLore, who didn't do the tech, right? He's going to have the full Mithrix fight. Doesn't have to wait 40 seconds, though, right? Got, like, a third of Mithrix's health bar with a crowbar down. It still has, like, another 20 seconds. So all that damage that TyLore did at the start of Phase 1. Right, that's all the damage that Ruddy was missing out on. Like, right about here is where Ruddy was, like, just starting to fight. Mithrix is already halfway through Phase 1. So, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe it was good. Let's look down. As we see a death on Corny. 3 deaths, though, on Big D. Corny definitely having that advantage there. Almost going to see death number 4 for Big D. Big D needs to be careful not to die too much. Though, if Corny gets in 3rd place, which is looking like to be the case right now, it's not going to be enough. Which brings us now down just to the top screen, right? Between Ruddy and between TyLore, right? If Ruddy gets in first, just gets first overall in this race, that's kind of cool. If TyLore gets in first, then I think they tie in points. If Ruddy dies, then TyLore wins, right?
If a bonus point happens, that'll be an upset. Ooh, Ruddy playing dangerously close with wings and pizza.
Did you just say... Okay.
More of close to wing prison, well, up in the air.
Right. Mithrix down to 2,000 health here. Ruddy gonna go for the Phase 4 skip. Here it comes, and there it is. There it is. It's done. Mithrix is bending over. There it is. Wings and pizza moment. All right. And Bandits, and Ruddy's gonna be done with the fight. It's gonna have a sub 30. Well done. TyLore, meanwhile, looks like might actually die. It's gonna run up to the rampart. Smart play. Just gonna kind of snipe these wisps from afar. Well done for Ruddy.
Yeah, very well played.
Again, for a loadout like this, right? What we know about Bandit is that, I mean, as long as you just have the damage, or a little bit of movement speed at that, right? Like the wings was the movement speed for Ruddy here. That's all you really need, just a tiny bit of movement speed and like a couple damage items thrown in there. And Bandit can do anything. Right, with the smoke bomb stun, with, with hemorrhage, right? Even got the hemorrhage to work with the new tech. With blast. Yeah,
like, this is arguably like the West Bandit loadout for something like this.
This is not a good one. Like Lights Out and Desperado, I could rotate out. I don't really care between the two. Blast and Burst, I don't really care. It's that dagger. That serrated dagger is so bad. The only time we've seen it be good. Oh, we lost Corny. Corny, come back to us. Oh God.
Corny, no. I think he also died as that
Sentence
happened.
to Brazil.
Oh, Corny's back. Never mind, I lied.
Yeah, it's having a little bit of a bitrate issue. You see the final time, 28:46 for Ruddy. Well played.
Sub 30 on this loadout's crazy. Congratulations.
Oh, Corny's stream went offline. Refs. Okay, they're on it. Go. While that's there, we'll actually go ahead and just do that. Oh. Okay, looks like it's coming back on. I'm getting a pre-roll. And the time is in for Ruddy. We'll go ahead and move him in the casting booth and congratulate him on the win. Welcome in, Ruddy.
Hello.
So, congratulations, you got in first place. Congratulations on being the first person in like any sort of official race, being able to pull off the exciting new tech. If you want to tell us a little bit about it, tell us a little bit about the run.
Oh, just Yeah, really good run. I mean, the Fristol printer as well to go with the head tech.
Yeah.
That run you could just really just go.
Yeah, and honestly, with the head tech, right? TyLore didn't pull it off, but was still able to get like half of Mithrix's health down in the amount of time it would take to, right? Because you did end up having to wait a whole minute.
Yeah.
For that, so it's like, okay, is it actually worth it? Well, in this situation, right? 6 focus crystals, being able to get guaranteed crits, hemorrhage off of the dagger, which is really hard to pull off, right? It seemed like we saw a lot of value. That not only there, but then also the way started phase 3, right, where we saw a little bit of that. You know, maybe not to the greatest extent, but a little bit of a head start there, if you know what I'm. Get it? Head start. I'm sorry. But yeah, with that, you are the winner of this race. You will be able to move on to the semifinals, where I'm not sure who you'll be up against yet. I think that's going to depend on...
No, it's guaranteed.
It's guaranteed? You just know it?
It's guaranteed, yeah.
Oh, what's up?
Congrats, though, buddy.
Because I think you made it through. No. Faku made it through, didn't he?
Yeah, Faku made it. It all depends on...
So on the second or third seed. And the second or third seed plays Zinc.
I'll look into it. I think there's a scenario if K loses, which... You never know, right? Then that will depend, or be the determining factor on who you're up against. I don't want to think or do the math right now, since I'm still watching these loadouts. We'll have all that down in just a bit.
I have done the maths, and I'm pretty sure it's Zinc.
All right. If that's the case, I mean, you could still get second, right?
No,
Second place, you still get to the
Buddy
finals.
sweep. I believe in the Buddy sweep.
Yeah, you got to do well for Crayon. Crayon actually put you down in his fantasy for getting first place, so...
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Why wouldn't I? I mean, I believe in the Buddy sweep.
I think you're the only one.
No, one other person I think voted Buddy.
Yeah, one other person.
2 people are deluded.
Hey, I'm in good company. I think it's me and Cap, I think.
Yeah.
Was it just the wings on stage 3 that...
There was actually, I think there was wings on stage 4 and a adaptive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was wings and an adaptive as well.
But obviously got the feathers on stage 1. You went for the mountain shrine on Verdant. You just felt like, Bandit's strong enough, good enough. If you get Beetle Queen, if you get Vagrant, you can deal with it. Double feather, obviously.
Yeah, it'd be a hassle, but, I've done a lot of Bandit speedruns and feel fairly confident.
I feel like you've done a lot of everybody speedruns. I'm not bitter about Acrid. Totally not. We see
Totally not.
Yeah. We see.
There was also a little bit of, last loadout didn't really matter.
That's fair. Honestly, got to see some of the new tech. I'm sure all the as Big D takes death number 5. I'm sure a lot of the racers are going to be talking all about it today.
I think my favorite part of Head Tech Buddy was seeing how calm you were during it.
Yeah.
How what, sorry?
How calm. You were spaced out during Head Tech, one hand completely off the keyboard.
Yeah, if you got to get a drink, do
you
something,
can
you can just kind of chill out.
Yeah, I have all my damage skills on my mouse, so it was pretty comfy.
TyLore just finished up, is able to deny the bonus point. Ends up getting in second place here. So congratulations to TyLore. We'll actually go ahead and bring him in. As the time is in. Let's get that truth in. Come here. Yo, TyLore. Welcome in.
Yo.
So congratulations, you got second place. You did not get in last, and Big D did not get double bonus. So you get to move on.
Awesome.
Tell us a little bit about the run. Obviously, double plasma shrimp. is really good. There's a focus crystal printer. Ruddy went in for that and did the head tech. So had an interesting phase one. You can go ahead and look back at that one and compare and see, was it worth, was it not? We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's probably worth it.
It's such a new tech. I just don't know if it's worth it or not yet.
I think it was. Like, it felt like a time save, even if they spent 40 seconds to set it up.
I mean, with 6 focus, I mean...
He's getting the...
I'll ask this,
he's getting the damage multiplication with focus crystals, right? So...
Was the idea with the focus crystals, like, specifically for that? Like, leading into the fight?
Yes.
Okay. And, like, you know, if the tech didn't exist, would you feel like, focus crystal not that worth?
Yeah, I wouldn't have. There was a crystal printer as well on stage 1, where I was thinking about going into it, the tech.
That's an interesting one for sure. I'm actually a little bit surprised Big D didn't go for it. I think I saw him practicing it up a little bit earlier.
Did Big D have to do pillars?
Yeah. Big D didn't find the wings.
Ooh.
Yeah, it says worth a shot in chat. Honestly, worth a shot. Big D ended up missing the wings for on stage 4. Just grabbed a bunch of focus crystals, grabbed the Prion. Never found any bands. There was that fire band that you found. Was it stage 5 near TP?
Stage 5 in a key box, I think.
Oh yeah, that's right, the key box. And you were actually the only one to have gotten that. So in that regard, right, kind of helpful a little bit, as you know, 13 hemorrhage and other things weren't enough. Overall, not bad runs though. 29 minute for Ruddy, give or take, sub 29, sub 34 for TyLore. All these times today, TyLore, are like anywhere from like 35 to 45, despite like how bad some of the items were. Made it work.
Yeah, fairly consistent.
Good stuff.
Oh, thank you.
Now charging the ship is Big D, which, I mean, I haven't been narrating too much on this run, as there hasn't really been a whole lot on the line. Right after the second death or so happened for Big D, it was pretty much over. Corny's probably going to end up getting in 3rd place. Maybe. We'll see how the Mithrix fight goes. Pretty good items. But as for Big D, it has 3rd place secured. Not really... any deciding matters on the line at this point. Yeah. Phase 1 still for Corny. Would be nice to at least walk out of here with more than 1 point, right?
As long as Corny plays phase 2 nice and safe.
I like the
phase
daggers,
3,
right? It's
fine.
really getting in there. Has the one opal, but just like, all right, here's Mithrix, I might get hit or something. Right, there it happens. But with the opal, not really taking too much curse. And it's definitely worth the extra damage in there, as we see lots of stacks of hemorrhage. Mithrix is already down for phase 1. And Big D is done. That's 68 minutes on the clock, on the dot, on the clock. Well done, well played. Actually, go ahead and put that on there. GG and well played to Big D for having a really good early half here in the race, in the round of 14. Man. Let's see what's up. All right, Big D, welcome in, welcome.
Hello, hello.
So, obviously, didn't go the way you wanted. Was a long shot. We messed up the math. There was like actually a way for you to get in, so I'm glad we were able to get that message across.
Yeah, it's all good. I was thinking, you know, with the stage order and stuff, there was a pretty good chance of going quick if the items permitted, and I don't know. I don't know if I would have made it in time to rally point if I had rolled pots. Was there an easy plate available?
So there was the head tech that Ruddy pulled off with focus crystals.
Oh.
All the racers just also
what
looted a
did
whole
Ruddy
lot
have?
more than what you did. You didn't like have the most amount of items just from going super fast and just trying to top deck, which sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. Obviously, not a whole lot of movement speed to work with that. There was also wings. There was that one on the adaptive chest that you ended up missing, but there was also one in a try shop, I believe, on stage 3. Oh, not try shop stage 3. It was just the normal equipment.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, Big D, no one rolled pots, I think. The only ban that was found was by Ruddy from a keybox on 5, I think.
Yeah, the first key box gave... Was it the first key box? Was that from stage 4, the russet key?
I think so.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, first
I think the key was in the shrine.
Okay. Yeah, because no one else got that. Obviously, playing a little bit safer and a little bit slower, knowing that you had already gotten first place guarantee. But I mean, hey, it paid off. The amount of items that you got compared to some of the other racers, really high. And sometimes just playing it slow is playing fast. Just being able to build up all those white scrap, you just find one good printer. And just go ham with it.
Speaking of, did anybody else go as much into focus crystals, or?
Actually, yes. Really? Both you and Ruddy had 6. Ruddy used the head tech and just stood on Mithrix's head and spammed the dagger.
Yeah. Couldn't really do that without a good equipment. Maybe could have tried it phase 3, but I mean the ads would have immediately spawned and.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you didn't have the wings. Because I know you were practicing that a little bit beforehand. It's like, oh, why didn't you go for it? And well, when you have no speed. You might actually be able to get in 3rd place here, depending on how Corny can finish up. Corny now at 54 minutes.
I was going for the tiebreaker, so if Corny played it safer, then good on him. That was probably the right play.
Yeah. I mean, there's still a chance we'll see. Corny's at 3 deaths right now. You are guaranteed 3rd place at this point. This is more just for bragging rights on Bandit.
Okay.
Oh, takes a hit, and that's death. At 60 minutes now. Has 8 minutes to finish off the fight. If Corny takes one more death, there's actually a really good chance that you're going to be able to get a point.
Yeah.
I think with one more death, it's impossible for Corny to finish before them, I think.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, Mithrix is already at half health. There's
2 minutes.
There's wings. You can get a phase 4 skip with the dagger.
Did anyone manage to pull that off?
I don't think I've ever seen someone land the dagger phase 4 though, but it is doable.
I've done it.
Yeah, I've got it during the league.
Yeah, way back in the day when I was a racer, I was like all about learning new tech and still discovering stuff. And I would just practice all the different like phase 4 skips. That's one of them.
That's crazy. What do you say is the craziest phase 4 skip you've gotten?
I think I pulled off a phase round one day.
Phase 1's got to be hype as hell.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you have backup mag, it could be a little bit easier. If you have like Mithrix bleeding to death or something like that. That was a pretty good one. Corny just trying to play as fast as possible. Just kind of wants to be done at the same time, right? Didn't really have the day that he wanted, and will be maybe coming back for hosting League 2. I wanted to say, I don't know if you know this yet or not. Oh, yeah, that's a death. We'll let him finish off since it's so close to being done. As for Ruddy and TyLore, since you guys are making it to the semifinals, if I do a hosting League 2, you have proven to be good enough to the point where I don't have to have you go through an entire 7-league or anything like that. You'll just be automatically able to qualify for any future cups. So congratulations.
Oh, nice. Nice.
GG's. Final time, or Mithrix finally gonna die for Corny. Big D, with those 2 deaths, you are at least going to get in 3rd place. We can now go ahead and get the standings down a little bit here. So we'll do that. Final standings for this race. I gotta look at the times again. Is there a bonus point? No, TyLore denied bonus point by like 20 seconds. Hold on. Damn. So, Ruddy, you finish off at 12 points. Wow. TyLore coming in second place at 10. Big D going to be finishing in third with 4 points, and then Corny will finish with a point. So everyone scored today. And everyone got some cash. Whether it be now or later.
Hey.
Well,
oh, yeah.
Be able to pay for maybe some of the taxes or additional fees for the therapy that you'll have to go through after dealing with the hosting league.
I do feel drained after these runs, man. So,
that accurate into Huntress was into that Mando as well. Like all the loadouts today were kind of painful.
Yeah, we got through them though, one way or another.
Yeah. All right, so apparently Ruddy was telling me that he's guaranteed to go up against K the next loadout. I think
Zinc.
Or not, not K. Zinc. Sorry.
Yeah.
Tell me, do you know who the other racers are going to go up against? Just out of curiosity.
Faku will go up against Zinc if K wins.
Okay, that's the one I'm thinking of.
If K loses, then Faku will go with Goji.
Okay.
And I think Faku and TyLore will be in different brackets.
Okay. There you have it.
Yeah.
Final time for Corny 79-32. Go ahead and get that in there. We'll pull them in. Have some concluding comments and stuff. Oh, geez, sorry. That is... There we go. Let's do that. And Corny's finishing time. We'll go ahead and pull him in here. All right. Yo.
Hello there.
Welcome in, Corny. So obviously, tried to go for a quick, good run. Didn't exactly pan out, and then, well, from there, it was worth a good attempt, but a few deaths too many. Ended up getting in fourth. Not anything in particular you want to bring up about the run?
No, dude. Like nothing to bring up about the run. I gotta reassess, recollect. If I want to get anywhere near again the big boys, there has to be some rhythm. Clearly not the case. Sorry for the content for putting such a poor showing, but either way, it was still fun to participate.
Hey, and you made it far
again. Yeah, thank you for having this again, sir. It's definitely very, very, very nice.
You're always welcome back for hosting League 2. That comes around. So, as for both you, Big D, and Corny, I'll reach out to you at the end of the league for your earnings. Since it hasn't been super duper confirmed yet, it's still going up. We had a lot of really kind donators today, whether it be Crayon, Mayan, who else was it? Was it Noob? Yeah, Zoob, not Noob.
Zoob.
Appreciate all the donations to both the league and to the racers. And again, we'll get that total when the time comes. But that's going to be it for today. GG's again, and clap it up for Ruddy and TyLore for their performance. They will be moving on to the semifinals, which will be in about a week. We'll get the time down when the time comes. GG's.
GG. We'll play.
All right.
GG, gents.
People out now. Get out of here.